Hey guys, welcome to Approach the Nerd. It's your girl Maria Park, and I got my boy Jett Groove. We haven't seen I don't think we've seen you since the Miss Marvel.
No, you haven't actually. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. So I got him here with me. We are here to talk about She-Hulk episode 1 and episode 2, and some nerd news that we found. So we're gonna jump right in because I know that Groove was reading some reviews about She-Hulk and wanted to have a opening statement, like a
Yeah.
report. So
Yeah, I do.
let
I
me
do.
do
You
you.
know I do.
I'm gonna get some popcorn for this.
You know I do because okay, so in the midst of watching She-Hulk, there's a constant theme I'm noticing of people being really mad about how woke the show is, and I'm going to first point out that we need to really define what wokeness is because it's changed since what it has been. It's a whole new thing now. But if we're calling wokeness women being women in a women's show on what a woman who's presenting the character identifies as a woman, we need to stop being mad at women being okay. Let's think of it this way. We have a whole bunch of other movies that are just men being men doing men shit. Now, I mean this in the most egregious, loudest, irresponsible way. If you ever watch any of the Fast and Furious movies at all, those are just cars and butts and explosions and tits and drinking and 5 o'clock shadows and serious faces and jokes about not being gay. It is extremely white male biased. It is ridiculous, and we don't we don't give it enough complaints. Even those who review those movies go, this is kind of trash for whatever reason, maybe, or they love it for the base reason they do love the movies. You know, we don't go, let's cancel this, or let's just go down the line and say this is garbage. Those movies are made for a specific audience, and we know that, and we accept that, and that's easy to accept because we're so used to it in this American culture, American incorporated culture. But in this new zeitgeist, everybody is getting their flowers, have their own kind of movie. Same thing with Captain Marvel. Personally, for me, Captain Marvel was a little bit dull, mostly for the ending because the ending was so lackluster. The final fight wasn't even the final fight; she just kind of knocked him out. But that movie was meant for a specific audience. For people who were complaining about Captain Marvel being too woke, most of you, especially men, were not reading that comic series. Why are you lying like you cared about what she did? A lot of you don't even know her backstory until you watch the damn thing. Why does that bother you so much? Because she's not the same background character in the crossovers that happen or in the Marvel team ups when they had to fight a big threat. She has like maybe 2 lines wearing a tight suit. You have to think about it too much. Like, why do you care? Like, instead of judging it on the fact that, you know, women do women stuff, judge it on the fact of the show or the movie being a movie or a show. Judge it on the writing, the delivery, the camera, the CGI, which is, I know, iffy on some people. Actually, my personal opinion for She-Hulk, the CGI on the actual show was way better than it was in the promo. The promo CGI was kind of like, it's kind of look kind of shaky, but the final product I think is not too bad. Honestly, I really don't think it's bad at all, especially on her transformation, detransformations. But this whole thing about wokeism and feminism and men being garbage, stop that. Don't act like when we have movies about men being men, women aren't just dumb and ditzy, or they're over emotional and they're bitchy, or they complain too damn much, or they nag. Like, don't act like we don't have this in most movies that have male main characters. Hell, that what is that movie, The King's Guard or whatever it was, she told him he could, like, fuck her in the ass if he saved her. That is so male-minded. Straight male-minded is ridiculous. We're not calling that out for being a bad plot point, because what is that as far as saving somebody? What does that even mean? He was a hero to go, I'm gonna try extra hard, I'm gonna double down on that deal. Are you kidding me? Why would she even offer that? His job was to save in the first place. That stuff, that's dumb. That's bad math. But no one is going like, that don't make sense. Everybody's like, yeah, he earned that. But then you get on something like She-Hulk, and like she goes and we'll get into it later on anyway, about her end up in that bar, and they're like, oh my God, honey, what's wrong with you? Who did this to you? Always a man doing something. It's not always a man doing something in real life. It's not always a man doing something in media, especially. And now you're mad because they're making a point of it because you don't fight being singled out for something that some men do to their women. Like, you kidding me? Stop that. It's a perspective thing. It really is. When I've been going to the fact this is Nat around my microphone, it's like,
yep,
you jerk, go on somewhere. And when I would give him to the entire diatribe on how people are misconstruing what she was saying about how she deals with anger so much more than Hulk does, and she transforms into the Hulk while she's complaining, and he's smirking at it because he knows better. Like, y'all completely missed the point of that entire scene to go with her plot and development, her story. She's actually getting a growth arc, something you've all complained about for the longest, for women to have in these fucking narratives.
I'm going to interject here because I'm going to tell you this. I don't like movies where women trash men and say that men are crap. So I'm never going to be that feminist. But I'm going to tell you guys something. If you've ever had a menstrual cycle, you would understand when we say we go through some shit. We're not lying. And on top of that, I'm not going to blame men just for this because women do it too. I'm just going to go ahead and straight say it because I've been in my feelings about Roe versus Wade being overturned. It was not just men. There are women that are also leading the charge with that.
Yes.
And so my point of that is what's hard for us as women is when people of our own sex trade on us and basically make it impossible for us to be in charge of our own bodies. We going through some shit. This show is coming out at a time where women's rights are becoming less and less existent. And that is scary as hell in this country. So when people are still talking about woke and agenda, think about when you're saying woke and agenda on a female superhero, that is effing stupid. I just got to put it out into the cosmos.
That's the part that kills me. Y'all don't even read She-Hulk. Don't act like you read her comics.
I never read the comics.
Like, seriously. I remember one of the complaints I read online was like, how come she can control so fast and Hulk couldn't? Do you understand how the gamma radiation thing works? Red Hulk can control his, Abomination can control his, She-Hulk can control hers, Girl can control his. The gamma thing doesn't make you stronger, it makes your personality stronger. Whoever you are comes out. Bruce Banner as a child had another person in his mind from being abused. A lot like Moon Knight. The Hulk is his alter ego, the anger he felt from being abused. It became sentient. That's what it does. That's why it was hard for him. But it's always so much.
You can't control rage like that. Yep. Jennifer never
that's why he's so much stronger.
So
have you noticed that when he's Hulk, there's a whole
people don't know. They don't know.
Like, Jesus fucking Christ, y'all don't even read the comic books and you're sitting there complaining. And it's not just men, because men and women are both doing this. I'm like, y'all are really judging the show for the wrong reason. And then you're looking for the serious edge. The show is meant to be funny. They have asides, like in I almost called it Bayside High, like in Saved by the Bell, or Clarissa Explains It All, where the person turns the camera and goes, man, we're in for a really rude awakening, aren't we? And then you hear a laugh track, the clap. Y'all, seriously, I want America. I want this for Gen Zers, for Gen Y, and I really, and I'm really for Gen X. And I mean this because I don't even call myself a feminist. I'm not any kind of ist of any kind. I don't do any of that garbage. No MGTOW, no manosphere. I hate manosphere. No manosphere. No themselves, whatever. I don't care. All groups of you out there that are mad about stuff, especially this for no reason, just watch it to enjoy it. Please watch it for its fucking character, its quality, its content. Pay attention to the story. Pay attention to the dialogue, the delivery. Watch the show. Stop looking for reason to be mad at it. I just don't understand.
Literally automatically on site mad at it. Look at it. I'm never gonna say something to a bunch of people that are saying this as one. I'm telling you, it's not just men. Like the stereotypical thing is the men are saying this that are like, stereotypical white, cis male nerds that are sitting in their mama's basement, never had a job, never got laid, typing on the keyboard because it gives them something to do, besides whacking off. But there are actually women. There are women that are saying this shit too. So I'm telling you, it is not just a man thing. I'm playing devil's advocate here. What I have ascertained in this world is that there are different layers of the earth before you basically leave Earth's orbit and go into space. The lowest is the dum-dum sphere. And some people were blessed by its light. they were touched by it. And they can't, it's like gravity. They can't undo it. They can't get away from it. It's like the dumbness has penetrated their bodies, and the ignorance is just, it basically exudes through their pores like sweat.
I swear to God.
You have to pity these people because they obviously have no common sense whatsoever.
I refuse to pity them. I pity the fool. I don't,
Okay, Mr.
I don't pay the ignorant. And like,
look, it's like I said to somebody yesterday. I am too damn old to get 5 shits what people think.
I'm so serious.
I can't. I ain't got it in me.
And if you guys who watch this want to take my entire little thing and clip that out and post it in the social media sphere of any kind, people can get a fucking clue. Do that. I'm serious. You can share this all you want to.
You better make that a TikTok.
I'm serious. You can make this. You can loop the hell out of it. Because I mean that in all seriousness. I need Gen X to Gen Z to chill the fuck out. Y'all are mad at everything for no reason. You look for an interpretation to match you before you even understand what the hell is going on. You can't even understand the thematic build-up at the show.
Hard on everybody.
I swear, like what the biggest that I kept seeing was people, and I'm not gonna name YouTubers that I've seen that talk about this because they're just incorrect. When they talk about how She-Hulk, the She-Hulk talking the Hulk thing about her having anger and how to control it, and she's saying like, you know, I get catcalled and all this stuff. I deal with it infinitely more than you. You guys took that immediately as women always don't want to take accountability, and they think just being catcalled is the worst. You see how he smirked at her because that's not a real thing to worry about. You see how she got mad. They always clip that out when she turned to She-Hulk while complaining.
I'm gonna tell you something though, Groovy. If people are catcalling at you and you don't feel like being catcalled, take a damn hint.
I know, right?
Just saying.
But then again, I get it too because I've had that experience. I'm like, yo, I'm not in this today.
You always have those people that invade your personal space because they don't have any sense. Once again, blessed by the dumb sphere. So you know, it's a thing.
And it's weird for
devil's advocate because baby, it's true. I was literally like in line, like at a convention, and had a man come right up to me, grown, like probably 20 years older than me, and grab my ass.
You know what though? And I have a counter for that story because I was at a fun club. I'll say it like that. And this woman,
yeah, I know where you were. I know where you were.
The woman, no, it's not one of those clubs. It was more like a like, you know, one of those in more inclusive kind of bars and stuff. And this woman came in there, you know, with her pixie cut and her tie on, dressed in her most dapper attire. And I'm sitting at the bar getting myself a drink. And she comes up. She first with the girl next to me, walks up to me and is like, "What's up, cutie?" And this full hand smacks me on the ass. I was like, "Whoa, what the?" And this from me. Okay.
And did you say, "Excuse me, you're invading my personal space"?
No, I didn't know what to say.
Hey, baby, make it some more. That's on you.
Because it caught me off guard. And the girl next to me, she was like, "Ooh," and I was like, "I don't know what to do with this," because I'm like 3 times her size. I could easily just like grab her and choke her. But I'm just like, even then I wasn't, because again, this is something I know about me as a person. I don't get offended from advances easily, and I also do not like, I enjoy flirting and I enjoy the attention. I usually do. So it takes me a while to be like, okay, you're coming on too strong, calm down. Usually it happens when you do the whole thing like, okay, he's liking this. I'm trying to seal the deal. You're not sealing shit. All right, chill out. I know we were having fun earlier. I get it, but calm down. That's not what this is. And when
I don't do that because I'm married.
Yeah,
and I don't have time.
I mean, I'm married too, but I like having fun. I like playing games. But
see, when women do that, you know, there is a misconception when women do it. What do they say?
But see, the thing is though, like, because I like me and Brene both do that. We both do the same thing from time to time, and I let her have that space, but she knows that there's a limit, there's a line, like I do. And when it comes to, and I hate to say it's usually with men are the worst at this, when they come and they just take it too far, and it's like, okay, dude.
Look, you didn't know who the hell I was. You came up behind me and smacked me on my ass. I mean, you were
first of all, if I ever smash you on the ass, it's probably because you did a good pass and we're like, hey, good game. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not smacking on the ass. That's not a move I'm gonna make with you.
Groove, you already know death will be coming. All right, so
but seriously,
we've done our PSA for right now.
But seriously, y'all have to get over being mad at.
The overall thing is get away from the dumb spear. Get it close to God.
Yeah, get away from the dumb shit. Get it close to God.
The in crowd.
The in crowd.
I'm sorry if you're not in Memphis. That's a Memphis thing. There's a commercial we used to see back in the day. Anyway,
dope out your veins, hope in your brains, because you will never get nowhere smoking the pipe.
Never get nowhere. Speaking about it, get away from the in crowd. Get it close to God.
And then they be singing and stuff to try. That commercial played for years. It play for years. Oh my
We used to
god!
see billboards with like signature quotes. It was hilarious.
Well, see, now was the whole what's it now? So don't lose your head. Use your head, man. That's a funny ad. So Memphis.
We have great advertisement out here in the South. Anyway, so we're gonna jump into this. So let's talk about episode 1 of She-Hulk. Now, I liked the episode. I mean, yes, they had to cram a lot of stuff in 43 minutes. I mean, they just did. But to be fair, there have been runs on MCU shows that were less. They had a less run time, like 30 minutes, 35 minutes. So I feel like they did a pretty good job for what they had. It is different from the comic. I mean, she got in an accident still, but you know, she didn't have to have the blood transfusion. She actually just cracked her hand. And I guess the speed in which she became Hulk was interesting because I don't remember that in the comics at all. I remember it actually being
I think they were trying to save her time because, you know, in the comic book, she was in the hospital for a minute and
well, and then it's like he was like, "Stop, Jett, don't, no." And I guess in my mind, if I have a critique on that scene, it would be that did you forget that your cousin is the whole ass Hulk? Like, you don't need to pull him out of a car. When he comes to his senses, he's gonna break the car in half and get the hell out anyway. You just need to get out of the way.
I saw a video where somebody was commenting on the fact, why didn't Bruce Banner transform back? That doesn't make any sense. And like, why didn't anybody else become a Hulk when he got hurt? Like, that doesn't make sense either. And it's like, okay, there's another little bit of Hulk lore for you guys. First and foremost, he had an inhibitor on to keep him transforming. 1 and 2, the Hulk does not bleed. Have you ever noticed that in any of the movies? He gets hit.
He would have been like, oh, he's like, oh, you know what? Hey, I need to get out of this car.
Thank you.
Get out of the car. She was like, oh my God. I'm like, oh, she forgot who he was. Cool. So that's one thing I have to say against her. And that's I tried to suspend my disbelief. But if I was Jen and I got into this car wreck, I'd be like, I need to save myself. Like, you gonna be fine. And I'll be over here, I'll call Bruce, wake up. because she did that. And then she tried to grab him. He was literally trying to scoot away from her. And she was like, no, what kind of medical treatment are you going to do, lawyer? You're not medically trained. I mean, hello, the Hulk, he will heal. Like, just stay back. But so, yeah, that how she became the Hulk and got, you know, his blood in her cut and then instantly transformed is kind of interesting. But again, for time, they had to do that. But yeah, his training was interesting. I love the fact that with his big hands, he was able to still open that binder and go through those pages. Like with his finger, like one of his fingers is like that.
Didn't that kind of blow your mind? Like, you're kind of huge. How the hell did you your dexterity is really good to be able to open that book and just swim through it, especially without breaking it. That's the crazy part.
Without ripping it in half, and then he was able to take section down and rip it because he's like, I guess we're advanced. We don't have to worry about this stuff, you know, because he didn't have an altar. But I thought it was really interesting, and him bringing that binder out. I'm like, when did he have time to put all this together? You know, between like Infinity War and Endgame and all this stuff, when did he have time to do all this? So
off camera,
whatever.
Off camera.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So Jen had not the perfect life, but her passable life. She was a lawyer. She was working cases that she wanted to work. Probably pro bono. Her firm, I don't think her firm was not doing well, but they weren't giving her the type of bank that would pay, you know, the kind of money she's making now.
I keep thinking about Harvey Birdman when I think about this for some reason. I keep thinking about Harvey Birdman.
For some reason, it reminds me of The Office a little bit. I don't know why.
Yeah, it kind of does too. Yeah.
Like The Office. Yeah. And so she was very content with this life, though. It made me question, why did you leave town and go on a road trip with your cousin in the middle of a court case, you know, that you were working on? You know what I mean? So it's like,
that's a big question that they don't. Now, as far as storylines are concerned, story plot points, that's a good question. Who knows?
I think the only reason I come up with that question is because I have 2 lawyers and I know what the court systems are like personally because I've been dealing with them now for months.
Yeah.
So I know the process, and it is really hard when you're in the middle of court to just up and leave. So I just wondered, and where were they going? You know what I mean? Were they? I mean, I guess they were going to
I bet Dr. Strange was mad as hell. Dr. Strange was pissed. I went through this scenario so many times I could never get it back. One time, and your sister gets powers, and Bruce is like, "Well, I wasn't having sex with her, and she was my cousin, so that's why it turned out better. And he's, I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm making this a bit, making this a thing. And he's just like, fuck y'all.
No, I mean it tracks because I was just like, what? But no, I just found that to be interesting that she, I mean, for plot purposes, I guess it's the one problem I've always had with stories. I'm not saying that this is not good. I'm not saying it's not what they had to do. It's just, it's obvious that they needed to do this to move the actual story forward. Everything had to be kind of like combined. They needed to have a reason for her to be in the car with Bruce.
Yeah.
You know, it could be something like organic, like, hey, I'm working this trial. Can you help me like transport some files or something? My car's broke down. And then they get into an accident and then that stuff happens.
I'm actually curious on what alien species that was in the first place. Because you see him in episode 2. And we know Hulk is going to be in, the Secret Wars, but we don't know what else is going to be as far as other Marvel movies.
I thought he was going off to Sword's base with the Krill.
No, he might actually be going back to what's that planet? Sorel, I think what it was.
Could be Sorel. Well, that's the thing. I mean, Bruce Banner at this point, as we've even seen if you watch Shang-Chi and the Seven Rings, he's kind of been doing his own thing and his own research on a lot of different alien tech and alien stuff. So we don't really know what him, it's just interesting. It's interesting for a character that's supposed to be so present in the Avenger universe and the comics is just kind of like all over the place.
Plus, we can tell that's just taking place after Shang-Chi anyway. But from what it looks like, it's happening before Miss Marvel, because the timeline seems to be right. Because remember, we saw Bruce Banner in not Shang-Chi. What did we see him in? Where his hologram, he had the bracelet on during that time period.
Like we saw him as a hologram in Shang-Chi.
That's what I mean. Yeah. He had the bracelet on.
And then we saw, but he did do something in another. Oh God, I'm gonna have to go back. I gotta think about this. But I mean, to me, all this is leading up to Secret Invasion anyway. So.
Yep.
That's what it is.
I think
we move on the con and all this other stuff till we get to Secret Invasion.
What's the next one? Is it the Ant-Man movie? I think the next movie coming out. I think.
Ant-Man. I don't know if it's Ant-Man. Is it?
I can't remember.
I'm so used to things. I am so used to properties being moved around and rescheduled at this point. I mean, I don't even know anymore. Honestly, even in the MC universe, things have been kind of moved around. So.
That's what it is. Yeah, Planet Scar. Yeah, thank you, Terrell. Scar from throwing around. I said Sorel, wrong planet, but yeah, Scar.
That's all right. You got my crazy ass. I'm eating popcorn, so I'm not paying attention. I'm hungry, and I don't have time. So, hey, I've been working all day. I can't help it.
Hey, me too.
So,
I know.
But, so I guess in this episode, the highlights for me, the whole thing with the bar, I'm gonna tell you guys, if you are queer, that is not an unbelievable thing to happen in that bathroom, having drag queens come in there with shit and be like, what happened to you?
But they weren't drag queens. They were real women.
Some of them were. No, there were 2 of them I could have swore were not. I have to go back and look at that. Because I was looking at it, I was like, I think
if they were, some of them were drag queens, they were fucking damn good drag queens. I thought those were all good women.
Sweetie, watch Tu Wong Fu. Besides Patrick Swayze and Wesley Snipes, a lot of them that were drag queens look like real women.
Now I gotta know.
But yeah, you need to go back and look at that scene because I could have swore there were some drag queens in that bar. But I'll go back and check. If not, then some of them are giving me vibes because they look like drag queens to me. And really, really good. I'm talking professional drag queens. But them carrying all this stuff in their purses and carrying all this stuff around, that stuff happens. I've seen this happen. So I don't know. They're like, that's unbelievable. I mean, even if women did carry like gym clothes or whatever, and they see a woman coming and she's just tore up, they probably would take her to the bathroom and be like, let me help you and let's call 911.
Oh, yeah.
So, but they're like, that's unbelievable. Like all women instantly compete and hate each other all the time. I'm not saying women don't compete, but I mean, not to a level where it's like unbelievable if that would happen. So, but I don't know. I thought that scene was cool. And honestly, having some guys out there trying to mess with her and talk to her, it happens. Does it say that every man does that? No. Some men are probably minding their own damn business and not even attracted to her in any way. It's just what it is.
That was
guys were intoxicated.
That was part of the thing. some people looked at that and was like, man, always trying to abuse women and take advantage of. They were literally just trying to holler at her. That's why Bruce got her, because she lost her cool at the same thing she was cool about and was going to kill those dudes. And that was not necessary, because they might have you don't know how that would end. So like, for everybody out there that's talking about some, oh, his hand and like, guys, calm down. Seriously, it's not. It is. Chill out. This is not misogyny. Or I'm sorry, misandry. This is not what this is. Chill. Like, that's the whole point. He's trying. In a lot of ways, it's kind of like, in a lot of ways, this show's almost trying to tell women to kind of calm down a little bit. In some ways, like, it's not always what you think it is. It is not worth going over the fucking border with. Fucking people out there that think otherwise. Like, those who are proving the point of what not to do. It's always funny when somebody has a good point somewhere and then people are just like, I'm mad. And it's like, he just told you not to be mad. I don't care. Like, those who are criticizing the show for its wokeness are actually exhibiting everything that the Hulk is telling not to do to control that wokeness. And just like, or control that anger for no reason. It's like, you know what? The show might be smarter than I think it is. Now I'm thinking about it out loud. Like, I'm saying out loud, the show might be a lot smarter than I realized.
It's okay, because it's saying that right now is an agenda. You're making an agenda right now. Stop it. Anyway,
stop it. Stop
the agenda to me one more time. I'm gonna pop him in the throat. I'm so tired of hearing this crap.
Throat chop death.
I'm gonna chop you, and I'm gonna leave my fingerprints so you know who it was when they trace it. But but no, like, I just, like I said, that whole, I love the bar scene. What I love about Tatiana's performance as She-Hulk is just how she has a natural ability to seem confused at all times, and it works. It really works, because she has like, her whole face looks like, what the hell's happening? Like, she always has this question mark. And she breaks the fourth wall. We saw her and Bruce break, because Bruce has never broken the fourth wall until this.
Not once.
And they broke the fourth wall. They're talking, and they're like, they start looking at the camera, and it's like,
you know, she looked at the camera. He looked,
talking to?
Yeah, he looked at her like, "What the hell are you doing? What? Who's out there in the darkness?"
I'm channeling my inner Deadpool. You don't need to know about that. But no, like. She
her inner
wall,
Gwen
and I
pool.
love that aspect of the show.
Her inner Gwen pool.
Oh yeah, Gwen pool, yeah.
Or Lady Deadpool, or whatever pool you're going on this one.
Any pool.
Any of them. All of them are fourth wall breaking monsters, so you know it is whatever.
I mean, quite frankly, Spider-Man's been breaking the fourth wall for longer than Deadpool, because he talks to his damn self, and he actually
all the time,
all the damn time.
And that's what fourth wall breaking is. It's just talking to yourself.
Yep. Just
like, man, this sucks. Instead of going like, man, this sucks. You go, man, this sucks. So anyway, I just feel like maybe we should. Nobody's just like, what was that? What was what? Who the fuck are you talking to?
I really want somebody to call her out, because
I know, right?
We'll get into that, but in episode 2, there's a scene when she's walking down the hall and getting a tour of the new building that she's going to work in, and she's literally talking out loud, and nobody's turning her and be like, "Who the hell are you talking to?"
I know, right?
Like, nobody. It's like they don't hear it, you know.
When I found out what the name of the building was, that was so cool. I did look into that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, because I was with Renee and Jam. I was with Jam, and Jam was reading off the names. When I heard Lieberman, I was like, oh, Stan Lee's name is in this. Okay, cool. Who else is in this? What else? And then they're
gonna have a homage to Stan Lee forever. We already know this, especially now
because Stan Lee is a god, and no one will take that away from him ever. He is forever immortalized. He has his own constellation in the stars.
Controversially, he's one god. There are other people that were actually involved, and there's a lot of controversy.
I know, but as far as I'm concerned, Stanley has his own constellation in the stars right now. So, congratulations!
I got you.
You became a hero, Stan. Well done.
I got you. Well, the highlights. Another highlight for me is how they like to call out different things from previous MCU properties and movies. Like, they reference the Avengers. They reference, there's so many things that they do reference. They did answer a question that made me laugh.
Oh, what's that about Captain America?
Yes.
That's
how
America's
she's in the
ass.
bar and she's like, Captain America died a virgin. Like the way she was like, because
You
that was a
know,
running joke for so long. This man's like big powerful guy, never got laid. And he's
you
like,
know
oh no,
good
he
and
totally
damn
got laid
well
on
he got
tour, which
laid
is
by
one of the women.
somebody. There's no way.
And I'm like, and I'm like, what? Little innocent Steve, who just talked about, having to be, having to follow rules and, being the perfect soldier and blah, 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 was hoeing on tour. So like, balls deep in the dancers. I'm like, okay, Captain America, what? And, me and Jam, your wife, we don't really like Captain America MCU anyway. So, yeah, it tracks to me. It tracks. Of course,
It's that whole the vapors.
Of course,
Like,
of course.
come on, man.
So Jennifer's whole journey, though, the whole training stick, I know people are so in their feelings by how fast she was doing it, and I don't understand why. This was not a mystery, guys. They showed this shit in the trailer. They showed it in the trailer months before the show came out, that she was training with him and catching on very, very quickly. And nobody said anything. They're going to wait till the damn show premieres. And they're like, oh my God, she's making it look so easy. And it was so hard for Bruce. And I'm like,
well, once again, they don't know how whole transformations work. Neither does Bruce at this point in the story. More importantly, let's look at this realistically speaking. Every opponent the Hulk faces controls their transformation form well before he does, which is why the challenge is so much more difficult every time. Also, I've been seeing this go make the rounds of social media about how she was just stronger than Hulk and she did better than him. Okay, let's just take this in perspective. Bruce is not a yogi. I guarantee you, with her frame, obviously she's much more limber than him. That's fine. She's probably done yoga more than once. She is a woman from the coast, East Coast anyway. She's probably done yoga once or twice. Bruce Banner, before this, was a fucking nerd. So like, let's quell that out. First off. Second, her jumping up and punching the ground and her throwing the rock. Remember, when Hulk threw the rock, he did this right here. So all he did was this. That's it. She did this. And threw it further. She's not stronger than the Hulk, and everyone knows She-Hulk is not stronger than the Hulk. That's common sense. Anybody knows comics knows that She-Hulk is nowhere near overpowering Bruce. Like there's Jennifer, that's not what's going on. So like, let's be for real. Stop looking at this like she outdid him. I'm mad. Stop. Don't do that. Don't be that person. Don't. You're missing all the details. You're missing the overall narrative. You're missing it. Seriously.
Yeah.
Like,
plus, we saw it in their fight with each other.
Yes.
He is stronger than her. If he really wanted to hurt her, he could.
He could have hurt her. He didn't want to.
Again, she did not get his full abilities, his full strength. She did not become the full Hulk that he is. And people always effing forget that. She did not get as much exposure as he did. So yeah, when he was not playing around with her, he stomped her. She was just very quick. And she was very, she basically was able to think a little bit more manipulative and mischievously because she's a lawyer. I hate to put it that way. They got to think like that. They always think about the cuts and loopholes and stuff. So she looked for ways to try and get around him and do things. She also knew how to egg him on and then ended up destroying his bar. If he was not in his Professor Hulk mode, he would have destroyed her ass.
Yeah, he'd have killed her. He would have stomped her into the damn dirt. And here's the thing people are forgetting. Bruce is trying to teach her, not hurt her. Mm-hmm. That's why if she hit him with the car, he didn't just destroy the Jeep. He just moved. He kept his balance. Like, it's, like, come on. Y'all gotta knock it off. You're not watching the scene. You just got mad over something. It's like, I'm tired of vagina having something cool. Chill out, man.
Well, and then you also have to think that Bruce at the core is still like, if Hulk is the anger alter of Bruce Banner is the nerdy, kind of awkward, insecure alter of the Hulk. So you got two of these personalities that are fighting each other.
Clashing
One a little
asses
bit more
off.
submissive than the other. So I mean, it makes sense that he's got all this crap going on. So he's in his feelings. He's like, "Why aren't you like this?" She said, "Boy, I have PMS most of the damn time. Oh, I mean, I'm a monster. Like what, 4 or 5 days out of the month. I'm like, I got control. I'm my own might all." That's basically what she's saying.
And understand, she was trying to knock him out. He was trying to keep her down, just hold her steady.
He was trying to subdue her, and she was trying to basically knock him unconscious or render him unconscious so she can get away.
And she did not succeed in that. All she did was broke his bar, and he was like, "Damn it, no!" And you know, like, you're helping me fix it.
They had to build the bar back up.
Yeah, exactly. And what does she do? Help him fix it. That's what family's for.
Yep.
Damn it. I'm like, y'all.
But I love how he told her, "You're the Hulk, and you can drink as much as you want, and it won't affect you." Oh yeah, but I forgot to tell you the next morning on your human form, the hangover is going to be a bitch. Like, that's something you should have told me before I indulged. I'm just saying.
I know, right? Seriously.
So yeah, and then her fighting Titania, which is funny. I always wonder if they were playing with each other's names, since her name is Tatiana in real life. You know, if they were playing with names, I thought that was cute.
Titania,
but like that whole
Titania
is funny.
Titania is one of She-Hulk's rivals in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that. I don't know too much about She-Hulk, but I do know that's a thing. And I will say this, for Jamila to play the character, sexy, awesome choice. She was gorgeous in The Good Place. She's gorgeous in general. Jamil, sexy thing. You keep doing what you're doing. I think she's not come back to episode 5 though, so I've heard or read.
Yeah, right now she's in jail.
Yeah. She's got arrested for jumping in. Probably Dennis' fault because he don't get along with her, so you never know.
Well, I do have a problem with that scene. Hear me out. So, with my medicine, I gained weight. Mm-hmm. So that means that my clothes that I used to wear, I can't fit them right now, and probably won't for more months. As long as I'm going through what I'm going through with my autoimmune disease, it's just what it is. Clothes do not expand on your person when you triple in size. What happens is you are a whole ass naked. I'm like, so this scene in the court where she's walking around in her size 2, size 4 skirt, and her size 2 or 4 jacket is not going to fit somebody who's 6'7". It's not going to fit somebody who probably is in a size 20X. Like, so her clothes still being there, it is really effing hard for me to suspend my disbelief because she should have been whole ass naked. I'm like,
this is whole ass Disney. They're not gonna have that woman naked in that courtroom.
Hold up. I'm gonna make this point. Because what did Bruce say earlier in the episode? He said, who is your best friend? And she named her friend. He's like, spandex. Because what does spandex do? It's resistant fabric. And for the most part, it stretches, it expands.
I learned that from
Dragon
Ball Z.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. Lycra and spandex can expand, but not to the level of a Hulk. But you know what? We're just gonna go with it. We're just gonna go with it.
You know what though? You gotta try. See, Dragon Ball Z, when they were asking Vegeta, will these fit? And he's like, yeah. Remember I turned to an Ozaru? Remember that? So it turned kind of as a mesh fabric. Now I can't say that's alien technology.
Mr. Groove, what did I tell you weren't allowed to talk about today? And then you bring up Dragon Ball. Bring it up. You're gonna get sidetracked. We're gonna be here all night. No, sir. But I get what you're saying about Vegeta's outfit. We're gonna move on. Bad. Anyway, her clothes should have ripped off her body. and then I'm gonna point it out in episode 2, and you probably caught this groove. Remember when she came to the law office in her normal clothes and her normal self, and he was like, "No, we want the Hulk," and she took her shoes off because obviously her shoes aren't gonna fit her big ass Hulk feet. So how the hell did she?
I didn't get that either. Because her outfit didn't look too big for her body. I don't know how that moved with her, but like she couldn't get shoes to fit. Who'd you go to get a suit? Did Bruce make you a suit that stretched with you? Like, how does this work?
The dialogue does not support it. Because remember when she was in the office, because she had her BFF, who was her legal aid,
which is really cool to do, by the way. Just as a true friend.
That is a true friend. But think about it this way. What did she tell her friend in the office? I'm going to have to get a separate wardrobe for a She-Hulk. But why? because your clothes expand with you. So do you really? It didn't make sense when she said that. And she was holding her shoes when they were touring the building. But then when she went to see Abomination at the prison, she had the damn heels on. When did they grow? So you know
that is something I really, the part when she went to the prison, I just assumed she changed shoes. However, I didn't think about that at all. That's a good point.
I find it.
That's a good point.
I find it. I missed some, but I'll find it.
That's a good point. When she was in the office, she was in the law office. I got that part. I think the fact that, oh wait, she did go there with her shoes on. Where did she find shoes to fit? How did she zip back down and then walk in big ass shoes?
Yep, because she couldn't, because when she zipped back down, her shoes fit her little feet again. And they're the same shoes.
Comic book logic.
Hold on, let's drop the mic. They don't comic book live. Now the comic book, they wouldn't do something like that. They'd be like, "Oh,
you're right." They wouldn't do that at all. She would just be barefoot the whole time.
Yep, walking in that oversized beach towel
with some fava beans and a nice cant tea.
So I'm just saying, and before somebody's like, well, maybe she stopped off and got some new shoe. There's not going to be any shoes and heels or pumps. They're going to be the size of the She-Hulk. They have no reason to make them that size.
You gotta order that shit.
So she's gonna have to custom that stuff. And she sure as hell didn't have time to do that between when she was at the office and when she was at that prison.
Yep.
So that is my main. If we were to talk about stuff, this is what people should be talking about, not woke agenda. It's like, how the hell are these clothes adjusting?
That's a good question. I did not think about the second half of that. First half I thought about. Second, I was like, oh wait, I didn't notice that. I was just like, oh, yeah.
So let's talk about Abomination, because it's good that we're getting. Look, any reference to Ed Norton and any, because they're basically.
I can't lie. I had a good internal chuckle when he said, "I'm a whole different person now." It's like, yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You had a long way to get here, partner.
Yep, but I love that so Abomination is like Abomination wrote him a letter. He's like, I was touched by it. I'm like, what is happening?
Like, when the hell did you two make up? Oh, since they got rid of Edward Norton. Okay.
Pretty much.
I see that.
He never tried to kill me. He tried to kill Ed.
But see, I'm not Edward Norton. He ain't trying to fuck me over. I'm cool with him. I like him. I ain't trying to. Cool. I ain't trying to. Rearrange his mug. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to raise motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to.
I do love the fact that they actually acknowledged that movie, because I guess they had no choice, because Nick Fury was at the end of the movie trying to recruit him.
Also, because he's part of the MCU. It's weird, and I'm making a whole nother tangent. I'm gonna let it go. This is a Black Panther tangent, so I'm just gonna leave it be. Leave it be. I'm gonna leave it be.
Having that established is interesting. And I love that. I mean, honestly, I love that. She agrees to take his case. Her husband's like, oh yeah, he wrote me this lovely letter, blah blah blah. And then not even 5 seconds into the conversation with her boss, he's like, oh yeah, check the news. And then you see, we get a flashback to when I think it was in Falcon and Winter Soldier when he was fighting him. Cal, remember? And he was like, I'm pretty sure it was in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Wait, when he was fighting?
When that happened?
No, wait a minute. That was no. That was in Shang-Chi.
I thought that was when they were.
Underground.
Well, I know he was doing underground, but which movie was that? I could have sworn they showed him again, like a clips of that in Falcon and Winter Soldier when they were out looking for the power broker.
Damn, did they? Oh, there's so much shit
I
going on.
thought they did.
You might be right. I can't remember now. Y'all who are watching the comment section,
look it up. I'm gonna look up MCU.
If you remember,
for some reason I have that, but I could be crazy. So
I don't remember him fighting or showing him fighting in Falcon with Soldier. I know he was in Shang-Chi.
I know it was in Shang-Chi, but I could have swore they actually had started talking about underground fights and they had clips of fighting, and I could have swore we saw him then too.
Oh man, I don't remember that.
Remember, it was like the Golden Dagger Club or some shit like that, or Golden Daggers Club, if I remember correctly.
But that's in Shang-Chi.
That was when we were in Shang-Chi. Yeah, I mean the clips were from them fighting. I could have sworn it was. I mean, again. I
can't remember. There's just too much going on right now.
It would be crazy.
Like it's different. It's different. It's so funny when you read the comics. Your memories, because you're reading it, your memory is so much better. When you watch it, there's so many things you
You watch
forget. It's
MCU with Easter eggs. It's just like, what
like
order
man,
did
what?
that?
There's so much going on. It's like, man, what the fuck? Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
man.
But either way, even if that clip came from originally them, or they just basically where it came, like the Golden Dragons Club, Daggers Club in Shang-Chi. I love her reaction to it. I mean, she was looking at the screen, breaking the fourth wall again.
Got you going in circles. Actually, you know what's funny? You know what's funny?
I did want to have Deadpool just come in and be like, "Look, heifer."
But speaking
this
of
is what I do. This is my stick.
the properties, you did see when she was online looking at stuff on the computer. They made a reference to Wolverine, like a bar fight with the. I was like, oh, snap! They're talking about Wolverine fighting in Canada. No, was it Canada? He was in Canada at the time. If I'm mistaken.
He was in Canada. Yeah.
And then they also there's other references.
Well, they are bringing X-Men into the universe, so I guess that makes sense.
I can't remember all the references anymore they made, but I remember that one stuck out.
Well, there was another one at the dinner table, but it didn't make sense to me because, like, her mom was like, when she went home to the family dinner, and he said it was somebody either at a store or a tea place somewhere she shopped, and his name is Yusuf, and I'm like, the only Yusuf I know is Kamala's father. So she said he was young because she said, oh, well, I talked to him. She's like, oh, he's way too young for you. Unless she was saying she was too young for him. I might have heard that line wrong. But if she was saying a young boy, the only Yusuf I know of is...
I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, Yusuf is literally Kamala Khan's dad.
Yeah. So, but...
But if that's not what... If she actually said, oh, no, Jennifer, you're too young for him.
I did like...
She was talking to Miss Marvel's dad, and then that is a cool Miss Marvel connection into this universe.
Yeah, but see, that makes no sense.
Remember, Yusuf was asking a question about superheroes. Remember?
Yeah, but Miss Marvel didn't. Miss Marvel shouldn't be around yet. Well, hold on.
We don't know that.
We don't. But we do. But we don't. But we do. But we don't. But we do.
No, we don't know what year it is right now for them.
Shit, you're right. I will say this. Truth be told. When it comes to the overall narrative, I did think it was funny how they asked at the dinner table, does Hawkeye pick up his good arrows when he's done? And it's just like, she has no idea. She's not an Avenger. She's never met Hawkeye.
She said, do they even get paid?
But it's a whole reference to Falcon Winter Soldier. As a Falcon Winter Soldier call out. You know, good and damn well they don't get paid to do that. It is. They had some money when Tony Stark was alive. He ain't alive no more. So like,
but the thing is, they never needed to get paid because they lived at Watchtower and everything was provided for them. They never needed money. He just said, Tony, I need this. And he's like, okay. Like the whole reason that Bruce even has the little island lab is because Tony built it for him. Why would you need money?
Tony dying really messed up a whole lot of things, man. Tony should have set his will in a way to help them out in the end. I don't know why he didn't do that.
Well, question. Why isn't Pepper doing that? She's the one that got all the money. She's the widow.
Pepper got a daughter.
No, baby,
she ain't got no time to worry about them. She ain't got no time to worry about them Negroes. They on their own, baby.
She had her own suit. I think we might see Pepper.
Maria, baby. They on their own now. They on their own. They gotta fend for themselves. You can't do nothing for them.
Look, delusional grandpa. The girl, look, she could have made a donation and it would have been a tax write-off any damn way.
That is too much. Like, I got something else to do. My feet hurt. I'm tired. No, they're going to take care of themselves. If they need some help, they need to call more often. That's what need to happen. You ain't ask Pepper how she doing. So everybody trying to pay their own bills and trying to work their own jobs. Everybody, I'm like, hey, Pepper, how you doing? Hey, Pepper, are you lonely? Pepper, let me make you a pie. Let me make you some dinner. No, it is me myself. Me, myself, and my daughter. Now, you can't help me with that and bring gravy home to my baby, then we ain't doing nothing else. What am I doing?
Losing your damn mind. I was just waiting for you to stop. So let's talk about Lieber, Kurtzberg, and Holloway, the firm that has hired our girl to be the poster child for the superhuman division.
Harvey Birdman law firm. Yes.
The very first superhuman division of law, which really sounds like getting all of our villains out of jail.
Dangly parts. Yep, you're right about that.
I mean, that's what it is. It's like all the people that the other superheroes worked so hard to put in jail, she's gonna be getting out of prison. Which we know.
I'm just saying. I mean, it is kind of janky that they try to get Abomination, like, be her first case. Like, what the hell? What an insult. But no, what I do like, though, despite everybody who was judging the shit out of all this, like, She-Hulk and feminism, women, and all that shit, and women suck.
How dare a female have feminism?
Everybody, I know it's funny. I'm being very serious. When it comes to people get mad at, and like I said, I'm not a feminist. I'm really not. I don't subscribe to groups. I don't do that shit. Religion or anything else, I don't do that. But people who, in this day and age, who get mad at like women for just having their own thing at all, you know what I mean? It's very He-Man Women Haters Club. It really is. And it irks the shit out of me. Like, y'all sound like kids in fucking Little Rascals. You know what I'm talking about? And like, it's, and just a quick aside before we get back into that. Like, seriously, anybody out there who's black, like Marie and myself, think about
I'm black and other stuff. I'm trying to train my good bread groove to get my mix in the equation because people won't give me a category. So I claim my blackness. I love my blackness, but I am mixed.
I'm gonna say black like me and Maria. I don't have time for that shit. You're if octoroons are considered if octoroons are considered black, you're black. Let it go. So as I was saying,
I'm mixed.
As I was saying,
M-I-X-E-D. M-I-X-E-D. Don't make me go get jam on you.
I ain't taking it back. I'm keeping it. You can tell all you want to. She can fuss at me all day. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm sure beat the hell out of you.
I'm holding on to holding strong with my Nigerian roots. All I'm saying is this. This is my thing. Okay. This is my thing. Black folks. Hashtag mix. How dare you? Black folks.
Black folks, in part black folks who love their blackness. Keep on.
We have a lot of black cinema. We've had it for a while. Past the blaxploitation phase of the 70s and into the 80s. Even The Last Dragon. I hate to say that. It's a blaxploitation film. Into the 90s, we had a lot of black movies made by John Singleton and Spike Lee specifically. And going on for it. Even movies like House Guest with Sinbad is a black movie, if you think about it. Actually, this period. So imagine if someone went up to you or went up to your platform or whatever and said, why we had all these black movies? Why can't white folks be the main focus? Why they gotta be dumb? Or why they're not president? Or why are they always cops? Why are they always evil and shit? Oh, wait a minute. They did do that. They did. And we kept doing it and we kept claiming it until they said, oh, it's just part of this mainstream America. There's their thing and our thing. I'm saying that because when it comes to shows like this, movies like Captain Marvel, for example, 4EG, just let it be what it is. If it offends you that much, don't fucking watch it. And then question why. Like when white folks didn't want to watch black TV shows, like Martin or Jamie Foxx show or the Cosby show or any of them. Well, they watch Cosby show. That's a different ball game. That's a different animal. Or, like Malcolm and Eddie or any of those shows, like seriously, give it thought. Why don't you want to watch it? And when you think about it critically, you're like, oh man, AITA, am I the asshole? Yeah. Chill out.
Well, I mean, if you run around saying agenda all day, I mean, really, you just ask them to pop in the throat.
If you do that, man, it's time for you to ask some real fucking questions. I'm gonna be on this topic so much, and I say that because I am so sick of everyone being mad about the show being about women. You do realize the main character is a female superhero, and her journey to not only keeping her job and her family and her friends and fighting villains. It sounds like a woman's sitcom, which is why this is brilliant in the first place. It's like, oh my God, guys, seriously, bring it down. Just watch.
I love what Latino just said. The people crying agenda. Oh, they have the darkest agendas. The people, yeah, it's true. The people that cry agendas, they don't even understand what the hell the agenda is. They just want to say it. Like,
what was it? Was it Jabuki Young White? It was his name. I don't know, Jabuki, the one who was on, who still, I think he's still on. Trevor Noah. He's gay. He's very gay, and he is also he's so pretty. Actually, he doesn't watch your channel. I'm pretty certain. He is such a pretty guy. He's so pretty. And he made a joke about on a stand-up. He said, I'm pretty attractive. I'm not the sex thing more, but like he said, like, I'm cute enough to ruin a politician's career. And that goes entirely in what you said, Latino, because there's always people that are like, no, this is wrong, this is evil. And I will say this, guys, and I'm gonna say this on this channel, people listening, you can sound clip this into a TikTok also. If you masturbate and feel guilty, stop it. Don't feel guilty. Own it. Just own it. When you actually feel guilty, that's where that hate comes from. Right there. You're like, I should have done this. It's really like, the hood ain't gonna forgive me. The hood don't know what the fuck you're doing. Just be you, man. And all them, man, I could do I could write a book on this. I swear to God. I get tired of this so much, man. Anyway, sorry, I'm way off topic. Maria's eating popcorn, listening to me and enjoying herself.
It's you're on track tonight, except for this whole mix thing. Me and you gonna have an intervention, mofo. We gonna have an intervention. No, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
There's black, but there is others. I can't renounce the other parts of myself just to make
Girl,
other people.
I am Creole.
Boy, do you feel that? Do you feel that phantom kick right up your butt right now?
There's French, there's Native American, there's black.
It's so sad with my friend Kenny. I got to go on the whole explaining consent thing, and now I got to go with the whole. Let me explain how genetics works. I'm like, but we'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that. By the way, your goddaughter Mai just walked by laughing her ass off at you. Just so you know.
Mai.
Yes.
I want to say I'll strangle you, but I'll give you a hug. I can't strangle you. You know that.
I just got here.
I just said I wasn't going to strangle you. So I was give you a hug. I can't. I can't. You too.
Topic.
You're so adorable. I can't be mad at you. I can't.
Just kick her later. Just kick her later.
I can't say mad at Mai. I don't know how to.
I am now out of popcorn, so you can take this away now. Thank you.
I'm getting victimized by breathing.
I didn't victimize you.
Water. I can't find my water bottle, so you're gonna see me drink my ghetto. Just think of this as jungle juice in water form.
All right, cool. Thinking this is jungle juice is not jungle juice.
Yes. All right. Sorry about that, guys. We're about to have some part black on black crime in a minute. Like, all right. Awesome. So now that we've talked about people's inability to understand the term agenda, because what's so funny to me is the things they should be saying agenda on, like the things that are going on in our country that are effed up, nobody says a damn thing about. It's only in the nerddom world that all of a sudden all these agendas and conspiracies are coming up, because that somehow is effing important. Just saying. But episode 2. So let's just dive in a little bit more, and then we're going to talk about our nerd news. We're going to make sure we get a full combo going on with She-Hulk. So the struggle is actually real, because if you really think about this, and what we kind of brushed over is She-Hulk got punished for saving the people in the court.
Yeah.
She lost her job.
Because
she was ostracized.
Because her being a superhero is a winning factor in a lot of cases. And because that's an overwhelming winning factor, they can't have her there. Like, it's like why they don't hire celebrities to be lawyers, judges. You can't do that. It's matter of fact, it's like in my field, if you get certain licensures will keep you from getting government jobs because you have a favor with the general public by having that license, so you can't for the government. She, as a superhero, is automatically seen as an overwhelming deciding factor for or against supervillains in general. So, like, we can't have somebody here that will always win because they are super. I get what's going on. Is it fair? No. Is it just? No. But I get it because they're trying to keep money. Money says,
Yeah. Yep.
So,
I mean, Serenity. Oh, hi, Serenity. Oh, nice legs, groove. Damn.
you know what though?
Well,
it's
because you're right above Jen's legs.
I see it. I see I'm above Jen's legs. I get it. It's like I'm sitting down going like this here. I see it. But you know what though? You know what though? Jen has nice legs. I have sexier legs. And I'm gonna keep that in whatever. I got now I'm lying. My legs are muscular. I have very muscular. Everything on me is basically muscle. I do have fat on me at some other places. People don't call it fat. I call it fat. But my body is like all of this right here stuff. That's
you
me.
did this, Serenity. You did this.
Hey, Serenity, what's going on?
But you want to know why we get off track? Sometimes it's not us. Sometimes it's you. It's all of you. Don't give him accolades right now in the middle of the damn review. He won't stop talking about himself.
I ain't talking about me. I'm just saying. Lord, like I got a compliment. I can't acknowledge a compliment. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, I got legs. They're just not like that. Just they got more muscle on them.
I would hope that your legs are not like a white woman's legs.
That would be weird, wouldn't it?
That would be very weird.
Now imagine if they really were like that. Wouldn't that be crazy as hell?
It would be something to see. And you might be able to travel around and make some money. I'm just saying.
I'll definitely be a circus show.
So She-Hulk 1 and 2. Very impressed. Like I said, the only things I had a problem with again is the pacing but that's going to be every MCU show. They don't have time. They just don't have time. They have to cram a lot of stuff that we normally get in a 2 or 3 hour movie, literally in like little 40 minutes episodes, and have to develop an entire plot. I'm probably also in the minority. I think Groove, you agree with me. I am not the biggest fan of what they did with Moon Knight at all.
I'm not.
Yeah. So I don't know. I try and keep myself on the equator before I actually lean a certain way, because I don't want to not give new shows chances. And right now, this is not disappointing me. It's actually very amusing.
Actually, it is. I am liking this way more than Moon Knight right now.
Yeah. It's not really hard. I like watching paint dry more than I watching Moon Knight, to be honest with you. But that's just me. That actually has taken number 1 with me as the worst MCU property ever. I do not like it at all. So
it's not good.
It's what it is.
It's so not.
It's
good.
not. It's not. And there's a big controversy going on with a lot of people that are mad that She-Hulk is now taking the place in the Marvel opening where Moon Knight used to be. And they're like, they got rid of Moon Knight to put She-Hulk in. And I'm like, motherfucker, this is a better show.
More importantly, there are way more She-Hulk comics than are Moon Knight comics. Y'all don't grow the hell up. You know what though? Let me
mic drop it, Groove. Let's be truth. She-Hulk has been She-Hulk more times in 2 episodes, and Moon Knight was Moon Knight in this whole damn series. So I don't want to hear it.
I'm gonna put it out like this, but like this. The true nerds, the true nerds know better. They know better. They absolutely. Oh, speaking of nerd stuff, real fast. I had the first issue of Nova. I didn't know that. I forgot I had it.
Wow.
Yeah, I do. I was going through my comments. I was like, I have the first issue of this. Where did I get this from? I forgot I had this. So yeah, this is a fun side.
I found Stargazers, which I didn't even know I fucking had Stargazers. Did
you really?
So old. I have Stargazer. Yeah,
I have like 5 X-Men Ronin comics, and I'm like, I bought these. Why did I buy these? But I have them. And
yeah, so my previous spouse before I lost my previous spouse to cancer, I inherited a shit ton of comics too, because
I'm gonna go through them, right?
So I went
tell me this. You didn't tell me this. You didn't tell me this, Maria.
I know.
Oh, how dare you? Yeah. How dare you? I'm gonna take something home with me. You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna hide that shit. Anyway. So look, like I used to do with alcohol. I'm like, Groove coming. Everybody lock up your booze.
How dare you, by the way? How dare you?
You still found it? You still went home with it?
I did. Anyway. I did, and I took it back. You're right. That's what I do. I'm that kind of guy. I
Yeah,
ain't shit.
it
I'm
got to the
terrible.
point
I'm
where I
that
would
guy.
just buy stuff and put it out just so you had so you had that feel of being a klepto with alcohol. But anyway, sorry, we
I'm
got a
so
little
proud of
personal
me.
there. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so done with his ass. All right. So, but yeah, like I said, overall opinion of She-Hulk is I love the pacing. I love I like using the term nonsensical language because that's what if you ever watch the Orville, it's this nonsensical language that I love them writing, and it's so natural. It's not forced. I really love it. I love how Tatiana, how she portrays Jen in those situations because she always has this look of pure confusion, but she says things and it's just so smart ass and sarcastic that it's just I don't know. I guess smart and sarcastic is the same thing, but yeah, I really love how she reacts to things. Yeah, smart ass is just a slang for sarcastic. So, but yeah, I don't know. I love the pacing. Like I said, the only problem that I'm having right now is her damn clothes. I don't understand how she's not naked when she transforms. The clothes, you do not buy clothes like that. That's not normally, especially if you have a tailored suit, it is tailored to your size when you buy said suit. So like, how is the suit expanding and not ripping? I don't.
Maria's saying she want to see her naked. That's all it is. Maria wants to see She-Hulk naked. I get it. I'm there. I feel you.
Actually,
I feel you. She's
don't.
hot. I get it. She's sexy.
She's pretty, but she's not my type. So
she's kind of my type. I ain't gonna lie.
I know.
I know my type's all over the place though. I got you.
I know. I like Angela types. I guess Red Sonja. They're remaking Red Sonja, by the way.
Are they really remaking Red Sonja?
Wonder Woman. Yep.
You know what? I'll wait for the Red Sonja TV show.
I think it's a movie, but I'm gonna look and see.
Is there a movie coming for Red Sonja? Yeah, bullshitting.
Huh?
A Red Sonja movie is coming out?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's a movie, but I will tell you in a second because I saw that today and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Let me see.
Oh, wait a minute now.
Oh yes, sir. We're talking nerd news, so that is something that I had looked and I was going to actually bring up. The Red Sonja reboot movie with Matilda Lutz in the title role.
Shut the fuck.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh my God, they're really coming with another one. Whoa. I did not know that.
It's shooting at the same studio that I don't know if it's so like some people said it's the same studio in Bulgaria that they did the original, but I don't remember it being in a Bulgarian studio. So I guess I need to go look that up. I don't know. But yeah,
that's going to be a very sexy and gruesome movie. I hope. I'm gonna see Disney model that one, adapt that to your damn.
I was just like, okay, so much. I guess I could see it though. I mean, everybody's trying to kind of, get in on the action of a comic book, graphic novel, character. So, why not?
The woman that got planted though, she looks kind of scrawny, a little bit small to be Red Sonja, honestly. But
to be fair, they said that about Gal Gadot too before she.
I mean, yeah, and Gal Gadot did make a good Wonder Woman though, so
we don't really know how she's gonna look in the end. They could have pump her up. They're gonna make her work out, but hopefully when I share this screen, guys, you'll see this and it won't freeze because I don't know. Can you guys see that? Hopefully you can. So this is who's playing Red Sonja. This is Matilda Lutz, and honestly, I mean, I'm not hating on it.
I don't hate it, but I don't trust it either.
Yeah, but if you look at the comic book version of her to the right, she's not this huge Bridget Nielsen type girl, So, I can see it. And like I said, I think they're gonna pump her up more. I think she'll be fine.
Oh, I'll be right back. I'm gonna put some ice in my glass. Hold on quick. Yeah.
You do it.
I'm about to put some ice in my glass. I need ice. Hold on, right back.
You do it. I'm just so done with your ass. But no, I really think that the Red Sonja movie, I think it's gonna look good. I think it's gonna look, and yeah, I think Red Sonja is still a Marvel character. Well, so She's still a Marvel character, but I don't know if this is a Marvel. I don't know. Obviously, this isn't going to be part of the MCU. So I don't know. I don't know if they're considering. I mean, it could just be a one-off. Maybe they're pulling a DCEU. I don't know. But it does. To me, it looks fascinating. So I'm cool with that. Let me go to. So I was looking up news, guys, because I wanted to talk about some news. You prefer Catherine Winnick. I agree, but we don't know that they didn't offer the role to Catherine and she didn't turn it down. I've learned that some of my favorites to play things, other people actually thought too in certain scenarios. And so I don't know. So it's Dynamite Comics. I don't know if they're actually, that's the thing. Whenever they do solo movies, sometimes they don't advertise them as comic book affiliates. So I don't know. And I want to know if this is going to be an original story or if it's a straight up reboot. I don't know. Was Angela's design based on Red Sonja? I don't know. But I do know that Angela's design is based on hotness. So there you go. I love my Valkyrie girls. They're just hot. All right. So let me bring up some more news that I was looking at because I really want to talk about what's happening with the MCU. But I also want to talk about what's happening with Warner Brothers and all the projects that are canceled and how I hate to use the term agenda, but a lot of people are excited. Like when Batgirl got basically canceled, like canned. I read an article today where the directors were literally off at one of their weddings when they learned that Batgirl was just being canned. And they were called and they were like, "Oh yeah, we've got new management and they want to go in a different direction and they want to save money." Now, I don't know about you, but if I already put in $70 million into a movie, I want my money back. So they only had a few scenes left. They needed to score it, I guess. Maybe put the VFX in it. But I mean, you've already invested all of this, money into this property, and then you just say, "Meh," and can it? That is so stupid to me. I do not understand. And my fear is because it's happening to so many things. They canceled the Wonder Twins, for instance. They're like, "Oh, that's scrapped." Like there's so many things they're scrapping. I've noticed they have not canceled Ezra Miller's Flash. What does this motherfucker have to do to be canceled? If this was a POC actor, man, the first time he was arrested, they would have canceled his shit and recast or whatever. I don't know who he knows, who he's doing something with, whatever, but that is crazy. The Ezra Miller stuff is still moving forward, but all of these other properties are being basically hung out to dry. It is BS. So, and I did see that they are actually going to be playing the Batgirl. What they were able to get, they're going to play it on the lot. Now, I don't know if Warner Brothers themselves, I guess they're doing it because the two directors in the article said that they literally tried to get the footage off the server and Warner Brothers had already deleted it before they even let them know they were canning it. And then everyone's speculating the reason they did that is because when Zack Snyder realized his stuff was going to shit, he went and got all his footage. And that's how we got the Snyder cut for the Justice League movie. And so I guess
Snyder cut.
That didn't happen again. They're like, "No, we're going to delete all that Batgirl shit,"
I did not like
Snyder cut, Blue Beetle. Oh, Blue Beetle, I thought was on the list of things that was already canceled. I'm pretty sure Blue Beetle's gone, but let me make sure. Blue Beetle.
Nice.
Canceled. They say it's in danger of being canceled, and that was last week. But I mean, to be fair, we don't know that. Because the one I'm telling you right now, as much as I don't want them to cancel Blue Beetle, I will be in my mother effing feelings if they cancel Peacemaker. I will be hot as hell.
If they cancel Peacemaker,
already getting season 2, yeah, because
if they cancel Peacemaker,
they want to not do it. Yeah.
DC live action things they're doing, that includes Stargirl, I'm not watching. I won't. I won't. Fuck it. I want.
What's really messed up is they just announced that how we were thinking we were going to get the new Shazam movie in December. Well, now it's been pushed to 2023 in March. Yeah. I don't know what the hell's happening in that camp, man. I don't know what's happening. I don't think they know what's happening. So I did also find an article. Let me see if I can pull it up. Because, DC is in desperate need, which is not an untrue thing. They're in desperate need of Kevin Feige. So they're interviewing people. Now they started with Greg Berlanti, and I'm like, if they brought that MF over the thing, I would have quit. I'm being real. I would have been like, you know what? I can't take this shit anymore. I can't take it anymore. But they're looking at Dan Lin. He's in talks to be the Kevin Feige of DC film and TV projects.
Why?
Yeah. Because I was looking at the list and they had Amy Pascal on there. But when I saw Greg Berlanti, I was like, you've lost your mind. Have you not seen his portfolio of CW? Are you crazy? But yeah, they said that Lynn will be, replacing him. And, if everything works out.
I like Supernatural a whole lot. Yeah,
yeah, but I mean, there's one thing to do Supernatural, there's another thing to do an entire comic universe. But I don't know. Like I said, I want to look more into Lynn because he's replacing Hamada, who was the president. And I know when they canned Batgirl, he was already stepping down anyway, but he was already mad. So I don't know. I just feel like they still don't know what they're doing. Because these are all money making. And I cannot understand how you could put $70 million into a movie and then can it. It's like, just crap it. Just crap. Just can it.
I miss some of your time ops. I want to get ice in my drink. But
Batgirl is what I was talking about initially. How they can Batgirl after investing $70 million in it with only a few scenes left.
They can Batgirl because nobody was watching that. But at the same time, I don't know how good or bad that show was. I know a lot of CW shows are trash, but
Batgirl is not a show. It's a movie.
Oh, a movie Batgirl. Oh,
yeah, they can the movie Batgirl.
Oh,
after investing $7 million, and they literally told the directors. One of the directors was getting married. I think his name was Avil. I have to go back and check the spelling or whatever. But they called them. I don't think it was Avil. I have to go back and look at his name. But anyway, they called them while they were at his wedding. And then when they tried to go get the footage off the server, Warner Brothers had already deleted it because they're like, we are not going to have a Zack Snyder moment again where you get your footage and start making your own damn movie. So yeah, I'm in my feelings. They're also they've been kicking a lot. They're also getting rid of a lot of content that's already on HBO Max. So I don't know what's happening. I
did hear about that part, but I don't know what they're getting rid of. But I know you're going to content on HBO Max. That's very true. Are we done talking about She-Hulk now? Are we going into the news section?
Yeah, we're just going into the news because I pretty much exhausted She-Hulk. We have to get more into the meat of things until Abomination or Titania or somebody does something. It is what it is.
Well, we don't know what Titania's going to do next. She's coming up later on.
Titania's going to be a biatch. That's what she's going to be.
I feel like the next episode is going to be something silly. I'll say this. My major takeaway for the whole She-Hulk series so far is that it is funny. It is funny and fun to watch. And I like that. Yep. It is like all the funniness that Marvel does for their movies in a TV show. And I highly enjoy it.
Yep. I agree with that. I agree with that. Like I said, and just get the clothes right. Fix that shit.
Yeah.
Batgirl was also going to have Michael Keaton. Yes. He actually, I think he was doing a cameo. I'm pretty sure he was Batman, but don't quote me on that. And again, I'm in my feelings. I'm in my feelings because we don't know. And the studio, the release they said it had nothing to do with the acting. It had nothing to do with the writing. It had nothing to do with the story itself. It was a budget decision. They're trying to save money. And I know like up here, like Terrell was like, WB Discovery is basically broke for this year, pushed everything back for 2023 and can only release 2 big movies this year, which are Don't Worry Darling and Black Adam. Well, first of all, Don't Worry Darling does not have to release right now. You could have released Batgirl and Black Adam, or you could have released Shazam 2, which you know is going to make money because everybody loves Shazam 1, and Black Adam because everybody's been waiting for Black Adam. And be strategic. Put your money makers in the front. And then my other problem with that is you still have not canceled Ezra Miller. I'm serious. I don't understand what he has to do. I don't get it. I don't get why he gets the luxury of just saying he's sorry and everybody just like, oh, okay, cool. No.
You know what? That's a good question.
Great.
But then again, I don't know. That may be a delicate subject. I don't know enough about the situation or about Ezra Miller. I didn't know he's fucking crazy. But
yeah,
like,
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know
what they're trying to protect with him. I don't understand that stuff. But he has some issues. Like, seriously.
Yep. And like I told you guys, and you can go back and look some of my earlier reviews when I was doing Arrowverse Sundays and weekly recaps. I said whenever I looked at him, especially after we talked about the Snyder Cut, I said he gave me creeper eyes. Was I wrong? Was I wrong? No. So you know who has themselves to blame? Them for fucking casting him as
I ain't
Flash.
gonna lie. You call that one. You definitely call that one.
You can. I mean, it's not hard. It is not hard.
You call the hell out of that. I can't even lie.
Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom has also been delayed and pushed. Now, I don't know if this is because they're trying to do something about Amber Heard. I mean, I heard they just reduced her to almost nothing in this role, which, you know, it's sad because the character should not have to be punished because the actress is cray-cray. You know what I mean?
You say that. So, look what happened to Johnny Depp in his role in I keep want to call it Dumbledore's
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, the man, come on, Harry
Fantastic
Potter
Beasts.
Yeah, thank you.
Fantastic Beasts. Yeah.
Yeah, like
no, I mean, I mean, it was wrong.
Honestly,
it was absolutely wrong.
Without him in it, watching that movie was painful in a way. It was like he was really that character from the first part of it. Like the recasting was so strange, but then again, they did recast him. Then again, it's like with Hulk, they did recast him. So when it came to Black Panther, you know what? I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. I don't know what they did. The movie's not out yet. Let me not say anything. They may recast it. I don't know.
What do you mean? Recast Black Panther?
Yes.
You know they weren't going to recast T'Challa.
Why? Why couldn't they recast T'Challa?
Because if they go by the comic book, Shuri actually was Black Panther in the comics.
Yeah, I get that.
So I mean, if they go that route, it's comic accurate.
I get that, but are we already at that point? How did he even die so far? What happened? Why don't we continue to have a? You know what? It doesn't matter.
Well, I think they're doing their homage to Chadwick. That's what it is. They want.
I saw the promo. I liked the promo. It was very emotional.
Oh, the trailer was beautiful.
But like, it's not a lot of black male superheroes they have out there doing shit. Not lately anyway. I don't know. We do have a few, but they're always kind of like assholes, like Spawn. You know, so it's just
look, and you need to put up your campaign banner for Blue Marvel to get his own shit, and then there you go.
They would never give us that. Not now. I mean, maybe in 2033, some shit like that. They do that, but like
in 2023, you never know.
But yeah, I was just kind of like, man, are we done with T'Challa already? Damn, you could have. I'm sure Chadwick Boseman would be like, yeah, just recast him. If he was alive, he'd ask me, he'd say that. But it don't matter. If they're going ahead with it, it is what it is. I'm just a little upset that we didn't get to have T'Challa for a little bit longer. Because you did, like.
I mean, I'm sure they were upset too. They probably had a lot of plans for Chadwick. And unfortunately, the sad thing about him passing is I don't think a lot of them even knew he had cancer.
They probably didn't.
Well.
But the thing is, like, all the people you recast in these roles, even the Hulk, and you can't do this. Why? You know what I mean? It's just do it. Just recast him. You may be like, we're gonna miss Chadwick. You can put it in memory of Chadwick, but like, just keep the character. It's like the character is a character. The character is not dead. Some comics he is, but he's not really Daily.
Yeah, they could have done a whole homage to. I don't know what the MC is doing. They're trying to move into the next phase. I'm quite frankly, they probably would have phased him out even if Chadwick was still alive in favor of Shuri, because eventually we're going more the Young Avengers route. So that might have been an inevitability anyway. So we remember, MCU is its own effing universe. They take comics, they rearrange it, and they change shit all the damn time. So for me, I've learned to not be upset about this stuff, because I can go down the list. A list of things that were changed and not comic accurate, to the point of important characters, two characters don't even have relationships in the MCU. So, it is what it is. But I get it. I do understand, because of representation, there just aren't as many. I mean, having Sam become Captain America, to be fair, it is also in the comics. Absolutely. But people were in their damn feelings when Captain America, Steve Rogers passed that shield at the end of Infinity Wars. Remember, they gave him the shield instead of giving it to Bucky, and people were in their mother effing feelings.
It's like it's like, you know what though? Let it go. let Falcon be. Let Falcon be.
They can't. They can't. People can't. I don't know what it is, but I already explained this. The fifth, spear of crust of Earth that is called the Dum-Dum Sphere, and everybody that gets blessed by it, there you go. They can't help themselves. Some people just more sensitive to that spirit than others. But Umbrella Academy is officially ending at season 4.
I haven't even watched season 2. It's funny. I didn't even finish season 1 of Umbrella Academy, and I need to.
Really?
I'm so behind, and I've been meaning to.
It is
but
good.
Then I get drunk and eat tacos, and I forget. And this is kind of like how my life is. I'm a terrible person. So honestly, I'm gonna be honest.
I hope when your child gets here, you are going to be better.
I work out on a daily basis. Don't get me wrong.
Worried about you.
I still work out. I still work out. I still know things. I drink. I work out, and I know things. And I am what I am. I can't. That's me.
You're a horrible person.
I mean, at times, yeah. I can be pretty terrible.
No, you said it. I'm just quoting you, man. You said it.
But I do still work out. I do still train, and I know a whole lot of stuff. I'm very knowledgeable. I just also enjoy alcohol because it's fun to drink it. It's just fun.
So there's so many things I could say, but I've chosen as your friend to let it go. Just let it go. Okay.
I do drink less though than I used to, so that's the thing.
Just not right now.
Actually, I haven't had as much as you think I have, honestly. I used to have like at least like a fifth and half a bottle at this point. This is way less than that. Like I haven't had a fifth yet. Like I drink way less than I used to. I do, seriously. Like, I've actually
I believe you. I believe you. Well, I for one, I'm gonna miss Umbrella Academy 4. Like after season 4, when the cast goes, I really loved I love the chemistry with this cast. I thought they were all really, really good. And they adapted to Ellen Page as Elliot. So
I wonder how they incorporated that how Elliot.
I don't want to say anything if people on the chat have not watched season.
Okay,
3
yeah,
yet.
Actually, I haven't seen it myself, so maybe you shouldn't spoil it for me.
Yeah, I don't want to be that person, but let me tell you what they did in season 3. Oh, you're gonna love this.
But you know what I did watch? I did watch the Bureau of Imaginary Things because I'm a big dork. I like.
Actually, that's the one. Is that the one set in Australia?
Yeah, I like that show though.
There is an Asian, a Japanese descendant female.
Yeah, and then they're like elves.
I haven't seen the new season, but I've seen it.
I saw the new season. Actually, what's funny? And my wife was like, because the girls are cute. I'm like, no, it's not even for that reason. It's really because I like whimsy and like fantastical fantasy stuff. I'm just like that. I don't know. I just like that kind of thing. When I saw it, I was like, huh?
Did you like Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I do. I like.
I liked Harry Potter. I'm not a big fan of J.K., but
that's a whole ball game. I can
the
person who created it and liking the creation are two different animals, but like the world she created though is fun. It's fun. I'm not gonna sit and be like I'm the most well versed in the series. That's crap. That's a lie. Like Brene Jam knows the Harry Potter universe so well. She knows the spells, she knows all the characters. She's the kind of person to watch the movie and be like, and see a background like, oh, that's Magama Lama Gama Lama Lama. I'm like, how do you know who that is? Just by looking at him. Because in the book they said that he like you really know this series. It's amazing how
She
well
loves
you know this
too.
series.
So I love how she's Team Slytherin.
Yeah, well, we both the test. I'm also a Slytherin. We're both Slytherin house, so
I know.
it's like okay, we both got the green and the snake.
That's why I was by her, and now have bought your child Slytherin themed stuff. I mean, it's just what it is. But guess what? They also are doing the sequel to Godzilla versus Kong. So there's going to be a Godzilla versus Kong 2. Now, I love my Titans, and I love Godzilla, and I love King Kong. But come on, people. You guys are just trying to capitalize at this point. They already had this
next
long
topic.
round fight. But no, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. You know I'm going to watch that shit. But still, it's like, why? Why couldn't you find somebody else like in the Titan world to fight?
I don't like any of
that.
I don't like anything you just said. I don't like any of it at all.
I mean, look, you can't be cool all the time. Just saying.
I don't like this, man. Why they gotta bring it back? There's no need to bring it back at all. Like,
anyway,
can we just be a new and original?
Nicholas, with you. I am actually a Ravenclaw, but I don't think I guess I could have Slytherin tendencies when people piss me off.
No,
but
you are definitely a Ravenclaw. That makes sense.
I am definitely a Ravenclaw.
You are so analytical. No, I was gonna say I just saw Serenity's comment. First and foremost, thank you. First and foremost, second most, you're right. But she said, I always show off. I don't always show off. I'm this easily to be seen. That's what that means. And can help that he's hot. Thank you. Thank you, Serenity. I appreciate that.
Oh wait, yes, I will be watching the second season of Fate: The Winx Saga. I did see that it's coming out on September 16th.
Wait. Is a new Wink series out there? What's going on?
There's a live action version, so they already have season 1 out. They've definitely changed a lot.
No, I've seen about that.
And so season 2 is coming out.
Wink.
So I'm gonna tell you this though, you don't have to watch Winx. It is literally its own okay. I would say
it's trying to edge it up like Riverdale.
No, it's not that bad.
Okay.
It's basically they did a few things that were bad in the first season, and basically they whitewashed Flora, and they didn't really whitewash Musa, but they didn't make her Eastern Asian. Actually, they cast a girl who was mixed, who I think only had like a third of Filipino or Chinese, but she was also Dutch and German and all this other shit, and did not look Chinese or didn't or any form of Eastern Asian at all. So Musa and they changed her power up too. So they did kind of mess it up. And I noticed in season 2 in the teaser we got earlier this year, they tried to fix that crap real fast by having Flora come in as the cousin of Tara, the whitewashed Flora, which is so funny to me. But it is what it is. But for the most part, though, it's an engaging show. That's what's so weird. The casting was interesting, but honestly, I have to say, they could have done better with how they reinvented these characters. But at the same time, I can't hate on it completely because I was engaged. I was, and I will be checking out the second season. So
I can't judge you because I have guilty pleasures. I've got my own guilty pleasures like that. I ain't gonna lie. When I was watching Bureau of Imaginary Things, my wife was like, "Why are you watching?" Like, I can't lie, it's guilty pleasure. Hell, I was watching Insatiable for a minute. I haven't watched it in a while. I don't know if you watch Insatiable and you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you say something in the comment section. But that is so not a show that my genre of viewing will be watching. But I got really into it. I got like the season, I think 3, and I was like, I got to watch for a little while. This is way too much like teenage girl drama. Why am I watching this show? I got really
because people don't realize that your inner soul is a drunk teenage girl. That's what you are.
Happy birthday,
So sensitive.
Mr. President. Anyway,
I didn't say you were Marilyn Monroe. I said you're a drunk teenage girl. Drunk teenage girls would not get that right.
Wasn't she not? Anyway, but regardless.
Oh my god.
But no, I was legit into that damn show. And I was like, why am I watching this so much? Like, I really don't like a lot of drama. For some reason, that show caught my attention. And all the characters within the show I was like, he clearly likes men. That's obvious. There's no way. Her friend is clearly gay. That's obvious. There's no way. She's clearly an awful person to be around. That's obvious. There's no way. Like, it was just like, why is
there are a lot of series like that.
Like, man, it was.
I watch a lot of K dramas when I'm going to sleep at night, and like, so I watched Extraordinary Attorney Woo, which is very cute. It's about the first.
I saw
ever
about that show, and I was
spectrum autism lawyer. It's so cute.
And I was gonna watch it because remember Nickelodeon back in the day. That I'm about to dig in a little bit. You remember? Remember back in Nickelodeon had that show, The Secret Files of Shelby Woo? Remember that show?
Yeah.
I actually really liked watching that show as a kid. I used to love watching that show. And when I saw the promos, I was like, The Mystery Files of Shelby Woo. And my brain was quickly, no, that's not what they're saying. Pay attention to what's going on.
She has autism, and I love her. She has this thing where she can only eat kimbap because she can see the ingredients. And so she eats it every day, like every day.
Just kimbap? Why does kimbap?
Huh? Well, because her father has a restaurant and he makes it for her, and then she has a friend that owns a restaurant and they make it, and that's literally what she eats because it's true. It's like sushi. You can see everything that's in it. She doesn't trust in food that she doesn't know what's in it.
If you never had
he has autism.
You ever had kimbap? You should try kimbap. It actually is very, very good. I'm not gonna lie. Kimbap.
Yeah, you had it over here.
I did.
My smell made it for you.
Kimbap is River made kimbap, and it was absolutely gorgeous, and I highly enjoyed it. And I need to have it again sometime.
Did you like my kimchi? I'm just like bragging now because I know I make good kimchi.
Oh, her kimchi sucks. It was terrible. I had a bad time.
Lies.
I'm kidding. It was really good. Actually, kimchi.
So you took not only did you take my kimchi home, you took the damn curry home too.
I did. I ate the shit out of it. It was awesome. But her kimchi is really good. I ain't gonna lie. Maria makes really good kimchi.
Yeah, I even made kimchi at my wedding, and like I thought I was gonna have leftovers, and I looked at that pot, and that was a big thing, and they were all gone. I was oh damn,
we killed that. We killed that. It was over. It was over. It was done with. It was done, son. It was done. Kimchi is good. Kimchi is amazing. And her
River Lake Satsuki, which is the radish version, the white radish version, which is very easy to make, and I made the cabbage version for our wedding, which is harder to make. It takes a long time to make that, especially if you're making it right. So I make lots of Korean stuff for our house, like japchae, all that stuff.
Yeah, River. His kimbap is really good though. I highly enjoyed it.
Yeah, his kimbap is. I mean, it's my favorite. Really whenever on my birthday, he's like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, kimbap. I want kimbap. But no, it's really really good. All right. I love how you said insert SpongeBob. I need it, Lord. I know. I'm sorry. If I could pass the kimchi through the screen, the computer screen, I would, but then I would question some stuff. Just a little bit. Back to Terrell. Was it Terrell? Did you tell me that? Yeah. Whoever just said that. Yes, I did hear that there is a King Kong TV series coming out.
Stop it. I heard that. I did not hear that. Cancel that right now. No, that is so dumb. We do not need another Donkey Kong cartoon series.
I don't know if I can cancel it, but I'll try. I don't have that power, but I'll see what I can do.
We had Donkey Kong cartoon series that was CG and it was garbage, and everybody sang songs. It was awful. We do not need that repeated. I'm gonna say this right now. What a straight face. No, stop. We do not.
Yeah, I'm actually, and I'm on superhero hype right now, guys. So if you hear me talking about live news right now, it's because it's actually even stuff they're just posting. Like,
is that a recent thing? That recent?
Yeah, all this is recent news. So Matt Shackman officially steps down as director for Star Trek 4. I don't know what the hell is happening with Star Trek 4. I mean, it seems like forever since the third movie came out.
Never gonna get that movie.
So
we're never gonna get it. It's never gonna happen.
Want them to, because I really enjoyed the cast, and like they're getting older, and Star Trek. I mean, COVID has made things harder. You know, I want them to be able to come back. So
Serenity, Sweetheart, Dear, the Godzilla cartoon series was garbage. It was trash. I get what you're trying to say. I see you're trying to create an argument for it, but it was basura. It was not good. It was not good. Pas du tout.
Okay,
Not at all.
let me.
So we're
I'm gonna let
gonna.
you two fight that out. I'm gonna let you two fight that out.
It's just
I
not
just gotta
good.
say this.
We don't
There are
need more
two
of that.
things I have to say. Okay. Number one, for all you people that hated the Resident Evil TV series on Netflix, I have not watched it. I heard it got some bad reviews. It has been canceled after one season by Netflix as of 2 hours ago.
That
And
sense.
then
And I didn't even see it. I don't like zombies. I don't do zombies.
I love zombie movies, but I don't know.
I know you do. You and
like I
Jan
said, I
both,
can't
y'all
judge it.
that
I never
zombie
saw
shit.
it. I haven't seen it, so I can't judge it. But this is what's really getting me. Danny Huston is joining the cast of Rupert Sanders' Crow reboot. So The Crow is being rebooted, starring Bill Skarsgård, and I'm trying to see who else is in it because I know they've been flirting with this for a long time. I just didn't know it was actually happening. Because I remember it even says here Jason Momoa talked about in an interview that he was up as one of the potential lead characters in The Crow, or The Crow, basically.
You
So
let that series die out. And Serenity.
well, to be fair though, The Crow, the graphic novel series is on point, and honestly, I
yeah,
had no
but they're
problem with
trying to
Brandon Lee.
revive it.
Brandon Lee's version was amazing.
It was, and then they made a
was it
sequel
Vincent
movie.
Perez who played him
You
in the
remember
sequel?
that?
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was not a
They
good
had one with
movie.
Vincent Perez, and then they had another one that had Edward Furlong in it, and I wasn't a fan of those at all. Yeah.
And before we go about Serenity, I heart you for trying. I really do. I understand where you're going with on this one. I really do. And hey, my heart's out to you. It's love. It's love here. It really is. But you don't make mistakes twice. You don't trip over the same hole 2 times in the same day. We don't do that.
Serenity, I got your back, boo. King Kong can have his day.
No, we already had a Donkey Kong cartoon in the 80s. We don't need this.
It is not Donkey Kong. It is King Kong. They are entirely different characters. Get your shit straight.
He got mad, left the jungle, scaled a building, and got shot down. Do you need a series of this giant Saiyan Ozaru doing it? You know what? You said don't mention Saiyan stuff. You know what?
I told you.
You see what I'm doing? You see what happens? You see what I'm saying?
This you lose your damn mind. That's what it is. Anyway, they're trying to bring
this is dumb to me.
They are trying to bring back Totally Spies.
Remember
that series, the animated series?
I'd watch that. I'd watch that.
I'd watch that.
I'd watch that.
Because
it is basically
they need to bring back witches. That's what they need to do.
Actually, that'd be kind of cool.
Back witches.
That'd be cool.
But Dragon Prince, the new season coming out in November.
Minute, what's coming out in November?
Tell you guys how cool this is, huh? Dragon Prince on Netflix. It's coming out in November. If you haven't, I told you about the show 55.5 billion times. If you haven't watched it, that's on you. But I will again.
Hold on, I'm trying to remember what it is. Hold on, wait.
The trailer.
Don't judge me. Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
I'm judging. You need to watch it because it is good. Not only that, which is
yeah, I haven't watched that series at all yet.
Why?
I don't know. I have no excuse for that one. I ain't gonna lie. I keep forgetting to watch it. And you keep telling me to watch it for real. And I really do keep forgetting to watch this series. Even though it gets the most praise, and I know it does. And I sit down on my couch and I drink and I'm like, what should I watch right now? And my dumb ass goes to YouTube and watches like old commercials and like music videos. So I can remember what it was like to be in 2001 or 1998. And this is me. This is me being me. You know what I'm saying? But I need to watch it.
Let me tell you something cool, Groove. You ready? Let me tell you something really cool. So one of my voice acting instructors, my coach, because as voice actors, we always take classes and we get, we basically help each other out, is Jesse Inakala, he does the voice for Soren in Dragon Prince. And my boy is badass. He's also queer, which I love. But he is a very talented voice actor. He's probably one of the best coaches I've had. And the fact that he is Soren in Dragon Prince just made it better for me. I did not know, because when we do our workshops or our classes with, they bring in an actor, but unless you're looking at the resume, it doesn't resonate with you. But when he opened his mouth, I was like, hold up, you sound like Soren. So I went and looked it up. I'm like, mother F, it's Soren. So yeah, but he is very cool. He is very cool. And I effing love that show. I love every season is engaging. Every season, quite frankly, I could watch it continuously for 40 seasons. I would not be unhappy just continuously playing this.
Wow.
Every episode. It is so good.
I need to watch it. I know when you watch it.
You need to watch it.
I see it everywhere, and I see the reviews on it. I know, and but I'm just an old man. I spend time watching things.
Did you just say you're just an old man? I am 10 years older than you.
She's not 10 years older than me. I've been here for a long time. I watch the grass grow and I watch paint dry. Sometimes I drink water.
You've been here longer than me, and you watch the paint and paint dry. Why was there paint? I mean, you're ancient. We haven't discovered that yet.
You know what? Don't worry about what I've done. Just know I've been here for a long time, and I forget many things in life I've experienced. I've forgotten. Life is just so much younger than me. You must understand.
Now you see what I deal with, right? You see this shit, right?
I'm gonna watch it eventually. Don't judge me, damn it. Watch it.
I've been judging you. I've been judging you for years. Why would I stop now? So let's see. Let me go back to the news, because I like talking about the news, because we get to see stuff as it comes, because they've been dropping some news since we've been in this stream. So let me go back and see what else is going on in superhero world, because I'm still
bitchy spider goes up the wall. That's what Maria's doing.
So Ezra Miller,
remember that show? It's
Warner Brothers. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, Ezra Miller met with Warner Brothers this week about the Flash's future. Stop giving us these taglines if you're not going to tell us what.
Yeah, and that's why I don't oftentimes read those articles, because the grabber is bullshit. Itsy bitchy spider goes up above the wall. Itsy bitchy spider goes up above the wall. I don't know why that's in my head right now, but that cartoon was boring, but that theme song was awesome. Let's see. I didn't say it was good.
I'm going to say this, guys. I'm sorry. I mean to cut you off. With Ezra Miller, if he truly is mentally ill, we do need to support that, because we do come from a society of people where we like to just judge first and crucify first, and then try and figure out why this person is having all these issues later. I guess my main problem with this is that people have been canceled for less in this industry and had all of their stuff, all of their projects, their career completely thrown out the damn window for less. And I mean, this guy has not been arrested once. He's been arrested multiple times, accused of kidnapping. He's done some things that is hard to come back from. And yet we're still talking about keeping him in, this universe and releasing his movie. And to play devil's advocate, I mean, I don't want the other actors to be affected by his behavior. So I get, on the one hand, not wanting to punish everybody in the cast, because some of them, that might be their first movie, like Supergirl. This is her first movie, her intro into the world, of movie making. But at the same time, Ezra headlining this, and you aren't recasting him, and you've whole ass canceled Batgirl, and you're canceling all these other projects, but you're still hanging on to this one. It's very sus to me. I just have to say that. But as long, I did read that they're trying to get him mental help, and that's fine. But his image is very tarnished right now, and I don't know. I just don't understand.
I ain't gonna lie, you're very right about that, honestly. Because like for real, I wasn't okay. So, when it comes to Ezra Miller. And when it comes to, you said, I saw something here. Hold on. What's going on? Will you be doing live nerd? You know what? We could do live nerd news as a regular show on the channel. That's something we can definitely do. I'm not kidding. We can make that like an every Friday thing where we come and do live nerd news all together and just talk about what's going on in the world. And like, oh damn, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. So. Yeah, just when you we're gonna do it. No, it's not. Fuck it. We're doing it live. We'll do that as a thing. Just make sure you tell your friends.
Doing it live.
Which I know, right? I hate that guy. Anyway, we can do that. Just make sure you tell your friends and family to tune in because it's Keenan and Kel. You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm being stupid.
It's cray. Cray.
Homeboys and homegirls talking Keenan and Kel. But no, for like,
I mean, that's what's happening when you have two Sagittariuses in one group. Well, actually, what's really funny is Joe from Joe's Geek Show is also a Sagittarius. I mean, so many people that have been co-hosts on this show are Sagittarius
because we are very good for talking about nerdy shit. I will say this though, we can do this as a Friday show thing. Unless something happens or somebody can't make it, wherever we can reschedule for another day. Yeah. But we can make this a thing on the channel as a nerd news update and go into it and be a live stream thing going, whatever. Just bring people in so they can be like, oh, what are these folks talking about? This is weird. Oh, I'm kind of attracted to this. I don't know why. I'm gonna everybody be attracted to this too. I'm being stupid. But yeah, as far as Ezra Miller, my whole point, when I learned what he was doing, okay, I was like, what? He seems like a little punk. I don't get it. And then
he's a punk ass.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's like a wuss to me. I don't know. Like I know that word wuss by today's standards should be, out of line, but nobody knows what it stands for anymore, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, I was like, he's kind of soft, right? And then I looked into what he was doing. I was like, yo, this guy is pretty terrible. Like, what's going on?
I thought he was creepy. You know that his eyes, his eyes are creepy as fuck.
I thought he was like some kind of soft dude that was like, like please don't touch my broccoli, that kind of guy. But I was wrong. You were right. And when I saw what he's done as accusations, I was just like, don't you dare. You shut your mouth, you close it, you breathe air through your nose like a human being. Don't even read into it. Don't read into that. Don't read into that.
Oh, no. He said, holy, what time is it right now? It is 9:22 p.m. on August 26th, 2022. Groove said, and I quote, "You were right and I was wrong." You'll understand, guys. I have known him since I was 6, 7 years old. You never said that to me. Holy shit. I got him. I'm about to make a podcast about this. Podcast. River. Groove said I was right and he was wrong. I know, right?
What the fuck?
I screenshot this moment.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me right now? What is going on?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All of you in the chat, this is momentous occasion. Momentous occasion. Oh my god.
I'm blaming it on this yak. This cognac got me honest. I don't like that.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and save this screenshot right here.
I hate that River was like
for prosperity.
Man, River, you're supposed to be on my side on things. What the hell? Whatever.
No, people don't know. People don't know. People do not know. Groove, there is a level in which Groove will say, you're right and I'm wrong. And I have never seen this. This level, this qualification, prerequisite, whatever, has never come in my direction. You don't understand, guys. This is like, I won the damn lottery. I won the Powerball. Okay, I'm sorry. Continue.
Forget what I was talking about. No, I didn't. All I'm saying is that beyond this whole episode of Maria celebrating a non-thing,
non-thing my ass.
Ezra Miller is a weird guy. He's creepy, and I don't know why they're still supporting him at WB. I don't get what's going on with Warner Brothers. I don't know why they're backing him. I don't know what he has against them, what money they expect to gain from him. I don't get it, but they're really on the side of hush, hush, don't tell. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that I actually don't know why.
Yeah,
I really don't know why. I don't know why. I have no idea why.
I don't get
I'm
it.
kind of like, I mean, it almost feels like he knows somebody. You know, he's in with somebody in Warner Brothers. So, and from what I've been hearing about the script and stuff, and how he wasn't happy with the script. Normally, when an actor is cast in a role, they don't have that kind of star power, you know, where they can just be dictating shit like that. You know what I mean? So I don't understand. I don't understand the fact that they're taking a meeting with him and his agent when he should have been getting a call saying, "You need some help. We're gonna help you get some mental help, but you cancel. We're gonna recast your ass." I don't understand why that was not a conversation. So it's confusing to me. It really is. It's very, very confusing to me. Walking Dead fans. I know they talked about this yesterday. Maggie and Negan are getting a spinoff. And they just released a title. It's going to be called Isle of the Dead.
I'm actually so disgusted.
Well, the spinoff. Hold up. Let me make sure there's an upcoming sequel called. I think no. They said that the show is now called The Walking Dead: Dead City. Sorry, that's the new name. Is Dead City. So you know.
Like I said, I don't really watch Walking Dead. I'm not a zombie fan, so
of course you don't like zombie movies. We understand that, man.
Welcome.
I'm talking to the people that are out here that like The Walking Dead and that liked. Because I mean, I'm gonna tell you, your girl here. I love Z Nation. Z Nation was cool. Z Nation was
so Jam liked it too. Jam liked Z Nation
because it's funny. It's funny as shit.
That's y'all kind of thing.
They just do things that are just so out there. I also wanted to point out, since I'm jumping from news to news, I don't know if you guys have seen the new trailer for Wednesday coming to Netflix.
That's gonna be fun. I'm not gonna lie. I like that trailer. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, Wednesday looks like it's gonna be very cool. So I'm cool. No, in the trailer, she's like, these guys, I guess, were picking on her brother, and she's like, I'm the only one that can do that.
Yes.
So she literally throws these piranhas into the swimming pool. And when me and Jem were talking, you know, she was like, you know, that's not pretty much fresh water. I'm like, yeah, and there's chlorine. So like the piranhas should basically have died on impact. They shouldn't have been able to breathe, never swim at them. But you know, we have to suspend our disbelief.
Yeah, but then again, more importantly, piranhas don't attack people like that. You have an open wound from piranhas go after fresh blood. It's like if you're a person, if you just jump in a pool of like a lake of piranhas and you just float, they'll swim around. They don't bite you unless you have an open that shows your actual prey. So like you're in a pool and you're like fine, you're just swimming. When the piranhas die going in, they'll suffocate. But they wouldn't attack you. They have no reason to. You don't. You know, piranhas attack the weak. They don't attack the strong. They're like most predators. But either way it goes, I don't care because I don't know where Wednesday got those piranhas. It might be some special weird Amazon piranhas, and who cares where she got them from? They did their job, and everyone's like, "Oh shit!" And dude was grabbing his nuts, so clearly his horny ass got punished. So yeah, you know me, I'm down. Here's whatever, you know what I mean? Like,
oh Lord,
I'm here. For it.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. Something else I thought was pretty cool is they dropped some more footage from the Last of Us TV series. I went ahead, I'm putting the link for you guys in here in the chat. That's kind of like the test footage or teaser footage for the TV series, which has been delayed so many times, but should be released soon. I love the game The Last of Us. I have mixed feelings about the sequel for obvious reasons. I think most people did, but you know, it is what it is. Do you all know in the show she has powers? The school she's going to is a strange academy, basically. I saw that. Yeah, it's supposed to be the academy that her parents met each other at. Never know. Yeah. Like I said, I'm here for it. I like Sabrina. I just hope it doesn't end up like the last season of Sabrina. As long as they keep it to where, you know, it's got that dark edge and it's more focused on the unbelievable side of Wednesday, because when I say unbelievable, Wednesday has this way of seeing the world that's just homicidal. So like, you know, it's dark and very
Wednesday
homicidal.
Addams is one of Jam's most favorite characters ever. I know it.
And I know.
She really likes Wednesday Addams. on so many levels. But then again, like in Adam's Family Values is like her best shine to me. It's like, like my mom and daddy told me I came from a story. How'd you get here? My parents had sex. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit to you.
Jam loves Wednesday because Jam is Wednesday.
You know what though?
She
Seriously,
really is.
yeah.
She really is. I can see Jam saying, yes, it's called coitus. Like, like, oh,
That's entirely her.
I love Jam. I love Jam. But yeah, Jam really is Wednesday. I think that's her dream character. It
It
kind of
might be.
makes sense because she always seems to like characters that are like that. Like case in point, she in Ruby, her favorite character is Blake. And Blake pretty much is kind of like Wednesday
You
Addams.
know,
If you really
she
think
really
about
likes
it.
Daria.
So,
She
of
loves
course.
Daria. Oh my god.
Yeah, actually, to be fair, that was I love Daria too. I hated Beavis and Butthead. They got on my nerves, especially with that.
You know,
I just wanted to smack the shit out
what's
of them.
funny is that, and this
But
is
I love Daria.
my fun aside. So I did like Daria. It was a funny show. I like more so how Daria responded to stimuli. Just the whole like it's like, well, maybe she's a good writer, or maybe they could have used a bigger crayon. I do like Daria. However, Beavis and Butthead, I didn't dislike, and I'm gonna tell you what about Beavis and Butthead people don't realize a lot of. Beavis and Butthead is a stupid cartoon. They're two stupid ass teenage boys, a lot of stupid shit. But Beavis and Butthead is a commentary on what not to do. And people miss that entire narrative. Mike Judge, who created Beavis and Butthead, he created the cartoon because he heard about two kids doing I think that cruel thing about killing that frog or whatever. The promo episode he did when he like did that frog baseball. He heard him talking about doing something like that and like ruining somebody's car, and he thought about how terrible those two teenage boys were talking about it and how bad Gen X was during that time. So he created Beavis and Butthead to point out how stupid and foolish new teenagers were with the MTV generation. But the MTV picked it up and was like, let's put on the foolishness and make it even worse and worse and worse. And that has made him money. But his original point of that was to point out how silly and foolish and stupid and irresponsible they were. And people kind of forget that. But when you think about how the show was done, yeah, they did a lot of Beavis and Butthead sat there and inhaled gas from a stove to get high. They swallowed drugs across the Mexican border, like a whole bag of them. They're not smart characters. They're cautionary.
Well,
tales.
no. My problem with them was the voice acting. It had nothing to do with the plot of the
voice
story.
acting.
It was just the voice. It just grated my nerves.
Hold on,
I didn't like.
I can do. I have a hard time doing Butthead though. Hey, Beavis.
It's like somebody's trying to take a shit, but they forgot to eat fiber. That's literally what they were. But I did not like that show
Beavis,
at all.
Beavis, let's go get laid. I can't do it. But Butthead, that's.
But I will tell you, one of the shows that I really liked was Hey Arnold.
Shit.
Hey Arnold was like the shiz. I used to watch the hell out of Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold was fucking cool though.
Helga, I love that show. Loved it. Yes, Codename Kids Next Door was pretty cool too. I really want them to bring back Hey Arnold though. I really do.
K&D was cool, but K&D kind of ended where it ended. Hey Arnold though was pretty damn awesome. I'm not gonna lie. But do. Honestly, and this is just maybe I'm just one of those kids. When I was younger, Hey Arnold was a cool cartoon to watch. But the music is what moved me. The Hey Arnold's background music was just. I've always been a really jazzy guy, and the music in Hey Arnold, like the Pigeon Man episode, or Stoop Kid trying to leave his stoop, or helping Chocolate Boy not eat so much damn chocolate, whatever. There's always this. It's just this. It's just the man. Oh my god, I just love inner city jazz and jazz fusion, and just like I like that, and that really kept me. Plus, when Hey Arnold came out, I was the same age as Arnold and Company. That's my age limit. Like when they came out, I was also like that 9, 10, 11 years old range. So I was like, oh yeah. I was going to 4th grade when that came out. Because when Harry the Spy came out, they promoted. I was in 3rd grade when Harry the Spy came out. So like, yeah, no, man, that was no,
Yeah,
Harry.
my cartoons are older though, only because I'm 10 years older than you. Like I remember coming home and watching Saber Rider and the Star Sheriff. That was my shit. Like even though if you listen to the acting, it was sometimes it was so over exaggerated. Like push the red button. You've got to push the red button. And I'm like, why are you talking like that? It's like you're under attack. I need you to emote. But I mean, when the music they would have when Ramrod would transform, and they had Peter Cullen in there, and you hear April like Saber Rider would push the red button, and she'd go on there and she'd be like, Ramrod will now take navigational control. I'm like, the music's coming, and then the music starts. I'm like, that's my shit. If you don't know what I'm talking about,
I know
go
what
to
you're talking.
YouTube
I do. You're
and
talking
type
about.
in Ramrod transformation. You're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. I was sitting there, fuck the fights. I just want to hear this damn tune again. I'm like, loved it. I love Thundercats. I never understood why Chitara was always the first one there because he would say ho and bitch was there fast. I know she was the cheetah.
You knew what I was about.
You knew what I was
about. You knew what I was about. You knew what it was about. You knew what it was about. You knew what it was about. There's no other way. And that's funny. Thundercats made me mad because it was so cool in the intro and the show started off great, but it went on too long and it was way too much dialogue as a kid. I was like, I don't get it. Now, Brave Star, I loved Brave Star.
I know you love Brave. I love the fact that Brave Star's town would just close in. I love that. I love that. It was like I wonder who was in control of that shit. Or like, what did you see that? Was that wind? Oh,
sometimes
hell no. Right now.
No lie. Sometimes I'm writing on work or something, my brain will go like Speed of the Puma. Like it just does it on its own. I was like my brain is remembering when I was a kid.
I mean, I'm gonna need you to get checked out if you're saying Speed of the Puma when you write.
I know. Speed of the Puma, Strength of the Bear, Ears of the Wolf, you know.
Oh, I love Zatch Bell too. Zatch Bell was another show.
I see some of these comments. Let me make these a few things. Serenity. No, Doug wasn't jazz really. Doug used a lot of Doug's music, the BGM was mostly beatboxing. So they had the same guy doing all the like everything they did, and most of the music in that show was by the mouth. I'm gonna go back on that in a second. The Latino, I do listen to Roy Hargrove. I'm a big fan, as a matter of fact, and I do like RH Factor. The entire album is really good, and I love jazz fusion. But Doug, a lot of the stuff is mouth. Everything from all that stuff is mouth movement. There's a few things that did in Doug that weren't vocal and their sounds. Most of all that do 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 do, and all that stuff is with vocal. And as kids, we didn't realize that, but most of Doug's music was scatting. Most of it was scatting. All that stuff is that. It's really what it was. Even Skeeter going, "Save the dance, dog." Everything was vocal. They didn't use a lot of instrumentation in that. Like they really didn't. Like a few things were like when Doug didn't have the whole like that was like the whatever. But most of that was just sound effects, and I think they did that to create Doug's world's more simplicity. So I get what you heard because I was making the sound earlier, but it was mostly scatting in Doug. You guys looked this up too. It's just not like I made this up. It's just actual known. The creator of Doug, I cannot remember his name. Jimbo Jenkins. Yeah, he I think it's the creator of Doug. I can't remember. I'm all over the place now, but he did make the mention that most of the music in Doug. And by the way, he has a husband too. And if you remember back in the day when he did interviews, it's kind of obvious he was in the men anyway. But he made that mention that most of Doug's music was done by mouth, like is vocally done. No instrumentation was used in Doug. It's very, very, very little. Most of it, like I think like Roger saying that. But I think that was done actually by a guitar, not by somebody doing it with the mouth. But most of it was even like the whole all that stuff was vocal. So like that's just what will make Doug so timeless. And Gen Z doesn't get it too much, but like, if you grew up when Doug came on television, matter of fact, when Doug first aired was Doug Where Rats Ran and Stamping. That was on a Sunday, and I think it was in 1992, 91. Because I remember being a kid watching it. Doug had a more simplistic flair to it that it called to calm down and pay attention method, and I think that's why. It's also why Disney ruined it. But yeah, I'm calling down Disney without when y'all really ruined Dog for everybody. But yeah, it was.
You over here having a flashback.
I really am, because I as a kid,
I mean,
used to
look,
love
someone's got to get laid later. I'm gonna need you to speed this story up, dude. Like, just put it out there. Now, what do you think of Danny Phantom? I saw that on the list. I actually really like that show.
I
Danny
loved
Phantom's cool.
Danny Phantom. He could walk through
Danny
walls,
Phantom was a
disappear,
good show.
and fly. He
I
was much
can't
more
remember.
unique
I
than
think
the
they
other
did
guy.
finish it off because I remembered what happened at the end.
Yeah, they finished the series. They didn't, Dan Harmon
I really
finished Danny
felt like
Phantom.
I really felt like they could have come back with some more shit. Like maybe even like how with Batman Beyond, now we had the comic series spinoff. It took years, but we got that. We got that Joker movie with Batman Beyond. They really should have done something with Danny Phantom, and I don't know why they didn't.
You know what I love about it? If Jam was here, if I go shoot me to go, it's a phantom. Because we do that all the time in the house. It's like it's a weird inside joke with us.
I'm blaming you once again for this.
Young Danny Phantom, he was just
Learn your
14 when
triggers,
his parents built a really strange
Learn
machine. It
your
was bent
triggers.
to view a world unseen. Coming down the door, see Danny Phantom. Anyway, but yeah, no, it's you couldn't tell. I actually do. I enjoy Danny Phantom and Life as a Teenage Robot because they were a really cool series that should have got way more than they did, and they didn't. And Danny Phantom's powers are kind of OP. But I'm not gonna lie, I watched that cartoon a lot. And my little brother will record it if I missed it so I could watch it with him and get caught up. Man, I actually did really like Danny Phantom. I really did. It was a really cool cartoon. I highly enjoyed it.
I'm very impressed that you willed yourself back in, sir. So this is not gonna mean anything. This is not gonna mean anything to you, Groove. But I don't know if it was a week ago or 2 weeks ago, they announced Superman and Lois that the actor who plays Jonathan is being recast. And from what I can tell, looking at his Instagram, it looks like it's for mental health issues because he actually made a point of saying that he was going to a facility, and people were in the comments section, like the actress that plays Lois was like saying how proud she was of him. So I know he did not leave under like I guess like kind of how we kind of saw Ruby Rose leave. I don't want to say extenuating circumstances, or I don't want to say like suspicious circumstances, or I don't think anything was sus about it. Actually, I think it actually is. I think he burned out, and I think that because from what I can tell, the CW, the way they were working those actors, it doesn't give you time to do much of anything. As a matter of fact, Candace Patton, I'm pretty sure the reason we didn't see her around as Iris in The Flash for a while, when she was missing all those episodes, is she burned the hell out. Because they were doing this for what, 8-9 years at this point. So I feel like
I think so.
At some point, I feel like this young actor is just like, I can't handle this shit anymore. I'm out. Ruby Rose is bipolar, so I didn't know why they thought that was going to play out. If that was like, even if she was not telling the truth about what happened, which I'm not saying she wasn't. Somebody who has bipolar disease is not going to be somebody who can work 16 hours a day, 6 days a week on a TV show, and then not be affected by that. So not making allotments for people with mental issues is something I really think was going on at the CW. I don't have any proof of that, but it's just so many things that I've seen have kind of showed me that maybe some of these actors may be telling the truth. But again, that's all hearsay. Don't be going around saying Maria said. Frankly, I don't give a shit about the CW, honestly, but it is what it is. But I think it's interesting because I don't know how they're going to play it out, because apparently this new season of Superman and Lois is supposed to basically focus heavily on Jonathan. So I feel bad for the actor who has to come in and be the new Jonathan, because now he's gotten to not only get kind of like acclimated to everything, he's also be taking a more of a lead role in some of these storylines. That's a lot of pressure for an actor. So yeah, I'm wondering how that's going to play out. So yeah, that's a thing.
I'm gonna say this: Serenity, Latino, y'all get me. Yes, the jazz, baby. Yeah, I'm glad back to nostalgia for you. You're welcome, by the way. And Al Jarreau's "Look to the Rainbow" album is a masterpiece. Al Jarreau is when he died, I teared up. I'm not gonna lie, I was not happy by that shit. Algebra. Oh my God. We in this love together. Man, Algebra, yeah. Yeah, jazz, man. Jazz. I'm a big jazz fan. But yeah, no, I agree. I agree. And Nicholas, for original Teen Titans X-Men Evolution, X-Men Evolution, I don't know where we're going with that one, honestly. I mean, it had weird, troublesome 2000s vibes that I didn't like sometimes, but wasn't terrible. But the original Teen Titans, please bring that back. I ain't gonna lie, I agree with that. Sorry, I'm just noticing that I've noticed that goes with the earlier argument. But yeah, no, yeah. I'm glad I brought back Memory, Serenity, and Latino. Yes, Al Jarreau, especially his High Crimes album. Sorry, yeah.
While you guys are going on that,
sorry, I'm just jazz stuff. I
get it. But I'm gonna tell you guys, I have an anime recommendation if you guys aren't already watching it, and if you have, I think it's on Crunchyroll. Licorice Recoil. If you guys have not seen that,
I need to watch that. I've seen it being suggested. I have not watched it.
It is very good. We're talking like an all-female task force of like assassins. You got a girl named Chisato. She has like this artificial heart.
Her name is Chisato.
Drama. Yeah, Chisato. Nishikigi is she's one of the main characters. She basically is very cheerful, very sweet. She's like she's a very good fighter. She's able to predict bullet trajectories, but she has this artificial heart, and for what they're implying, the artificial heart makes her not be as cold-hearted and fucking cray-cray as she would have been had she not had it. So I think her nature, she is known as a weapon for killing, if that is an indicator. Okay. So I think that she is OP badass. She gives me a lot of noir vibes, you know. So yeah, I'm definitely.
I started watching The Devil's a Part-Timer season 2. I haven't finished it.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, I've seen season 1. Season 2 is out now, and I haven't finished watching it. And I also started watching Spy X Family. I think is what it's called.
Spy X Family is very cool. I like Spy X Family.
I haven't finished yet. Don't ruin it. I did
watch. We haven't either. I think Mai has. She was the one that was watching it.
I did watch Kotaro Lives Alone. That is such a sad fucking series. It's sad.
Well, I mean, anything that has Lives Alone in the title is bound to be, you know.
Me and Jam and I watched it together, and we were just like, we like Kotaro. We like what's going on, but every time we learn more about this little boy, we're just like, oh my God.
I'm gonna tell you guys now, Sympho Gear, I highly recommend Sympho Gear. It is effing cool. A lot of people are put off because these girls are they sing when they fight because it's how they activate, their
Sympho Gear, that immaculately loud anime. Though
that effing show is dark as shit.
They do that live in Japan, by the way.
These girls said that shit is dark. That shit is dark. Don't let
any writer get carte blanche on any Henshin anime because they will make it crazy as hell. It's like, oh wow, wait, what happened?
When you realize that one of the characters, I won't gonna tell you who it is, but when you learn that one of the characters who thought her father disliked her, and then she finds out later that her grandfather is actually her daddy because her grandfather thought the daddy was incompetent and pretty much, assaulted her mother on their wedding night. To
that's
create
so
her
because
he wanted a stronger kid. I mean, that's when you realize that shit. Is Sympho Gear's magic system similar to Motherland, Fort Salem's? Sympho Gear is hard to explain, but Sympho Gear basically their whole world is attacked by these things called the noise, and there are goddesses that are playing around with mankind. They're basically like, you guys are just data to us, and we just want to see how we can corrupt you. That's literally it. And these girls are attracted to these ancient relics that allow them to transform into different, pretty much. They're kind of like weapons, kind of like goddesses in their own right to fight against these noises. And they do it by literally, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna put one of the Henshin clips down for you so you can see it. But it's just the whole story is very hard. Because there's a lot going on. There's like espionage, political shit, plus the supernatural element. So that's why it's hard for me to just break it down. But it is I looked at that, I was like, I'm not gonna like this show. I'm like, this show is effing cool. Like, I was extremely happy.
I've only seen the clips you showed me. I was like, what is
and
going
yeah,
on?
and there's queer elements to it. So
as I mean, even
this
shows
is a
like
for Habiki. She's one of the main characters.
even
But
shows
it is
like
very good.
what was it? Not Air Guys. Now I cannot think. It's a show with like women transforming into like in robot suits. Ixel something. I can't remember. But it's like that too. I can't remember. It's so long. The anime is old.
No, Rushafon was one of them. But I love my mecha shows. So I'm really trying to figure out what you're talking about, because this technically is not a mecha show, even though they're geared.
Hold on, I'm able to find it real quick. I think I know how to actually. Hold on. But yeah, and to answer some questions, Hunter. I've seen it all the way through. I'm not gonna ruin anything for you. Keep watching. Hunter is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Hunter is one of the best animes on the planet. And anybody that disagrees with me, they can kiss my ass. Hunter is one of the best animes on the planet. It really is.
Escaflowne was cool. That had the stupidest damn ending ever. I was damn mad.
Yeah, the ending was terrible.
So bad, the end of that damn thing.
Hunter was written down same by the Yu Yu Hakusho, and Yu Yu Hakusho is really, really good. So like Hunter is just
Yu Yu Hakusho's manga creator is married to Sailor Moon's manga creator.
Yes, he is. And Sailor Moon is all about like breaking every damn barrier. It's like Dragon Ball Z, but with women. But like as far as Hunter is concerned, it's watch it, and it's a very honestly the background of that story is very tragic. It really is, but like. Watch it. It's good. It's a really good show. It's a very good series. Like it's amazing.
Yeah, but I still love the fact. So Sailor Moon came out before Yu Yu Hakusho. Sailor Moon came out in March of 1992, and Yu Yu Hakusho came out in October of 1992. And if you actually look at the romance story between the two manga artists, she's like an OCD neat freak and he is a slob. And so she was helping him organize to even be able to write Yu Yu Hakusho. She said he lived she walking out in his apartment and it'd just be garbage bags all over the place. And he was like pretty much a hoarder.
He was basically Yusuke in real life. That's what it was.
Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. And she was like, we're going to nip that in the bud because I'm not staying with you like this. So, yeah. That was kind of cool.
But
as far as I know, they're still married. I'm pretty sure.
I think they are, yeah. I don't think they ever got divorced, which is beautiful, by the way. I say that, but like, in America, we have a hard time committing to anything in this country. So I can find it. I know I can find it. Ixalion. That's what I'm thinking of. Ixalion. Iczelion.
I've seen that. I've seen that show.
Yeah. That's another.
Yeah, they're still married. They got married. Let's see. They got married in 1999, and they're still together.
Okay. For those who are looking it up, Ixalion, Iczelion, and there's more. There's I think 2 prequels to the series, but yeah, it's like that. Those darker, like they can transform into powerful beings, but chill out. You know what I mean? Like those kind of series. It's pretty dope though. If you haven't seen it, you should see it. I haven't seen the whole way through, honestly, because I watched when I was young, and I was, young. I don't remember everything.
Well, Sokyo no Fafner was another show that was mecha that was so effing depressing. The first season when it came out, I was like, I mean, I couldn't handle it because like I'm a very sensitive person. So when I see people that suffer, I don't like watching it. And like these were basically teenagers who thought they were going to college when they graduated. Yeah. They had no idea that they were test tube babies and that every other country besides theirs, and I think is it France, England, or the US, there were just 2 countries left in the whole world everything else was wiped out by these like, pretty much alien type creatures, and that they were bred on this island, which is actually a huge laboratory, and that their parents are actually not really their parents. They're just scientists. They were basically bred to pilot mecha to fight these things until they were killed. And they were doing this as a cycle. Every graduating class, they think they're going off to college. They think they're going off to start their lives, and they're actually going off to train and die, basically. And that anime messed me up. It's like, Fafner messed me up. There's a singer called Angela that did a lot of really cool songs for a lot of anime series. And she does one for this one. And I'm just like, every time I hear it, especially the OG version, I'm like, oh my God. Because every time they play that song, somebody effing died. They had a girl with leukemia.
That's depressing.
And that shit pissed me off because they still made her fight. And I was like, she was dying from cancer, and they still put her in a mech. And I was like, oh my God.
Well, I heard my wife. Hold on one second. I heard my wife.
That's fine. And then they had a show called Stelvia. I think it's called Stelvia, if I remember correctly. That was another one Angela did a theme song for. Stelvia of the Universe is what it was called back in 2003. I used to like that show a lot too. But if you want to know one of my most favorite animes of all time, it is Nadesco. Effing love Nadesco. Yeah. So many animes. So much time, guys. Wow, we are getting close to 2.5 hours. I'm trying to see if there's any more news we can talk about really quickly before we cut you guys loose, because it's getting to that time where it's time for us to go and be with our spouses. I miss my spouse. I did see that Disney's doing a Pinocchio trailer. A live action Pinocchio movie, and they've just released or are releasing a live action trailer of it. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I don't know. Kind of like, we really seem to be reaching, unless Disney's goal is to make live action versions of every Disney movie they've ever done. I mean, they already have Mulan, which didn't do so well. They have multiple Cinderellas. They, for the most part, had Snow White. So maybe they are trying to do every property that they've ever done. So we might get a Pocahontas one soon. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Can we have a revamped Rosario vampire? Yes. We absolutely can't have that. There's so many animes. There's so many obscure ones. I used to watch a cute one called Wedding Peach. I also watched the one called Nurse Angel Ririka, the little magical girl shows. What else? There's so many. Was it Nanaha? One of my friends did the voice of Fate. My good friends in Nanaha, the dub. So much. I remember watching Fushigi Yugi every week when they used to release like a drop from Japan during our fan sub days. That was a really good anime. I love some of the old school anime. Utena was always a favorite, obviously, even though it's weird as hell to a lot of people. I love Pre-Tier. That was a cute one too, although that was a Bately kind of perverted if you really think about it. You read the manga and watched the anime for Wedding Peach? I had the manga, and I still have the DVD box set of Wedding Peach. I had a little Jama P plushie, and I don't know where it is. It's pretty sad. I always lose my plushies. I used to have in the Sentai world, I had the plushie for Madara Boy from Majirange, and I can't find him anywhere. I guess I lost him, which is kind of sad. I collect plushies, and that really hurt my soul. I also had an original Gundam Seed Haro before they remade it. I have the newer version somewhere in the house, but I had a plushie of an original. I think it was Lockett's Haro, I'm pretty sure. And I can't find it anywhere. When we moved, things got lost. I'm pretty sure I just lost it somewhere. It's kind of sucky. Because I know I had an Inuyasha plushie. I think I had a Kilala too. So yeah, I had a bunch of really cool plushies that I collected. But yeah, it's a thing. It is a thing. Have you and Jett seen the X-Men anime on Netflix? I have not seen the X-Men anime on Netflix, but I will have to put that on my list of things I need to check out. There is another show that's coming out soon on Netflix. Is it called? Let me see. I gotta see what it's called. it's foreign and there may be a dubbed. Let's see. So no, it's coming out. I think it's coming out this week. But let me pick superhero show. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to find the name of it. If I don't find it on here, I'll definitely have to do it. I'll probably have to put it in the comment section, but it is something I'm actually looking forward to seeing. I saw the trailer for it and it looked really good. And I'm trying to figure out what it's called. Well, let me see. New and popular. No. I hate when I have to literally go to freaking Netflix to find it. The Imperfects, that's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
It's called The Imperfects. And I am really looking forward to seeing that on Netflix. The trailer for it looks really effing cool. I'm pretty sure there's a queer character in it too, because when I typed in LGBT just to see what was up, and it came up with that series, which is a good way of finding out on Netflix which if they have a queer character, because sometimes they don't advertise it and they don't put it under a category. But when you look for LGBT, if it brings up a show, 9 times out of 10, somebody in there's gay or queer or trans or something of that nature. So just saying. But yeah, I want to see that show. It looks really, really good. It really does. Trying to wrap down because we're almost to 2.5 hours. We are 1 minute away, and
not a problem. Didn't know they'll bring back Totally Spies, by the way. That's
that's what someone said earlier, that Totally Spy. I have no problem with that. I actually like that.
I have no problem with it. I didn't watch it religiously, but it wasn't like a show I was like, ew, gross. Like, okay.
I want them to bring back Captain Planet, but see how realistic it is now in 2022. Maybe
like Captain Planet now, there'd be a whole lot more overtones than they were when Ted Turner first did it.
Oh yeah,
and but I am here for it. If they do it, yes. Gen Z needs Captain Planet. Seriously,
I want them to re-release or break a brand new Rurouni Kenshin anime. I have no problem with the older anime, but there was a lot of filler. But I really want them to make a new, grittier Rurouni Kenshin. The live action movies kick ass. If you have not seen them, they are amazing. Some of them are actually on Netflix right now.
Honestly,
they are so good. Oh my gosh, they're so good.
You told me. I need to get into them. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, Rurouni Kenshin was one of the first animes I watched, and like in entirety. Like I effing loved Rurouni Kenshin. I know that the creep is a little shaky, but it is what it is. I've been watching Boruto lately, but I've seen a lot of filler on that. So
I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that at all. No.
Like there's something going on with Boruto right now that's just weird, and I'm just like, I can't handle this emotionally. I just can't.
It's funny. I would definitely watch Captain Planet if they make Mati gay. I'm here for it. Mati has to be gay. He has to be gay. He has to be. I want him gay. So it's just like, he's just like, he's like, I'm sorry, Guy. I can't do it. I have an appointment at 3 or whatever. Because they're gonna do those really awful over the top jokes. And it's like, you know what, Mati? You get your mani-pedi. You go live your life. Yes. Who showed that? Was Wheeler? Did Wheeler show you that? Wheeler showed you what it was like to be an American and have a nice time? Wheeler know he's up to some other stuff. Wheeler's by. Don't play. We see what's going on here. He ain't slick. We got Wheeler. We got him. Even
LA Latino said change Mati's power to mind instead of heart. They can keep heart. They can just make that shit dark.
I know, right? Really Mati gets mad, whatever. No, that'll be dope. Mati's like, I'm tired of the world being the way it is. You will be punished. And everybody's like, what's going on with Mati? And people are sitting there like, cutting themselves. And he's like, the world needs to learn. It's not how it works.
Yep.
I'm like,
that would be dark as hell. It'd be like Maggie's force power from Charm or emotion power push.
Yes.
Like,
and they got to
just walk in the room and like, look, he can just project stuff. He's like, I'm very angry today. And like the cheeriest person who's never said a curse word would be like, mother F, I hate all you mothers in here. Just completely change the climate of the room. That'd be dangerous as hell.
The super dopeness of that. Man, I just, oh my God. Oh my
Serenity
god.
said a toxic white boy from Brooklyn. Definitely bi. He's a redhead too. Sounds like a few of my exes.
Man, look, like I'm telling you, and they can have like they can let I can't remember the one who did win. What's her name? Linka. Linka can still be straight, but they can have like the girl does. What's the name of the girl does water? I can't remember her name right now. The Asian, the Pacific Islander girl. She can be like bisexual and stuff.
Wait. Gee?
Yeah, Gee. I like Gee can be
Yeah.
bisexual. She's like, well, no matter of fact, make Gee asexual. We don't have a lot of ace people in our TV shows. She's just like, I don't really fall for anyone. I don't do that at all. I ain't with it. Like it's just I like my animals and like keeping the beaches clean. I don't have time for that. I don't like nah. I don't really care. Like, wait, what? People like they got an ace character in it? Like, yes, they got an ace character in Captain Planet. Isn't that some crazy stuff? Like, this show was weird. When I was a kid, they didn't talk about their relationships. Motherfucker, it's 2024, my guy. It's 2024.
Oh, I want to. You know what? I know this is completely random, but you know how I was talking about that Symphogear show? There is a character named Tsubasa. She has a grandma voice. Like she sings like she's one of those traditional Japanese singers. Her voice is very deep and is the same actress that does Hinata in Naruto. It's like so drastically different. You like they have to sing in these voices. And it's like, wow. If you see a picture Nana Suzuki who plays her, I'm sorry, Nana Mizuki who plays her, you would not think that voice came out of her. Now, as a voice actress, I can do stuff like that too in English, but it's like when you really listen to her, it's like, wow, where did this voice come from for this character? Because she's playing a 17-year-old character that sounds like she's in her 50s. So it's interesting.
You know what though? I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad
at that at all. I'm a cheerleader for silly shit. I have to be about that. I gotta hear it and be there for it. And Serenity, by the way, hey, you weren't here for the entire show, but in the first like 4 or 5 minutes, I gave an entire diatribe of how I feel about that wokeness and TV show shit. And when this is all over, you can go back and rewatch the very beginning. Beginning. I do that whole thing about She-Hulk, and I feel about people judging it for wokeness. And you know what? I don't see whoever's watching this now. If whoever's on this stream, I can't see at the moment. Whoever's on the stream right now watching, whoever's watching and enjoying this, enjoying the whole way through. If you didn't hear the thing I said earlier, when this video ends, go back to the beginning, hear what I've said. If you agree with it, share it. You can. I know y'all know how to do this. You can go through there and clip out a thing and put on social media. You can put Jett Groove on it. As a matter of fact, find me on Instagram, Jett.groove. Ask me questions. Talk to me. I'll happily discuss. Not even making something very serious because I get really tired of people getting mad about the world being the world. I don't understand. That's such a fucking hard.
Well, I mean, let me be real with you. Being woke is something that people get angry about. So really, what you're saying is you don't want to be aware of racism in any injustice in the world.
The world is
you want to have your eyes closed. That's what that means. It's like, oh my god, I'm so tired of these agendas and being woke. Okay.
Like, dude,
so
look,
you want to go back to the times when you didn't realize that guess what, minorities exist.
Like, you have no idea how many Gen Xers
close your eyes. If you just close your eyes, they're just gonna be gone. But close my eyes, nobody.
Gen Xers I work with that are just so caught in the MTV generational ways. I have to be like, okay, stop, dude. The world is so much bigger than that. Seriously. It's not just that, oh, well, he like men, he's gay. That's not what that means. Oh, well, if you dress in men's clothes, you like women. No, that's not what that means. But like, no, guys, stop. Human beings are not that simple. It's more complicated than that. It's a spectrum of things. Like, well, oh, this. What if they don't like anyone? Some people are just not attracted sexually to anyone. Or, it does nothing to do with marriage or like it's god damn, there's so many levels to this shit. It's ridiculous.
And I will tell you, I am a Gen Xer and I am not like that.
No, you're not like that at all.
Yeah, I was born in 76. So like I know but there are a lot of people. I remember when I was getting married, this woman wanted to alter my wedding dress, and she was a friend of my one of my maid of honor, not maid of honors, one of the bridesmaids in my wedding, and she was homophobic as shit. And she was cracking homophobic jokes, but at the same time, she wanted to make sure that my wedding dress was perfect for my LGBTQ plus wedding. The hypocrisy in that still sits with me today. I didn't use her, of course, but
I know.
I just that to me, it was like what. But I mean, yeah, when people don't want to realize just how messed up the society is, because this is, I mean, people act like America was great to begin with. America is based on
you know it wasn't.
So I mean,
I will say
it's
this,
always been trash. Why you acting like it's not? You know, and I hate the mentality. Well, you know what? You can just leave. You know what my response to that?
No,
let's see.
I can't.
One of my biggest ethnicities are Black and Indigenous. So you first. I'm like, just saying.
I will say this on the most realist level ever. Y'all can quote me on this. I get real tired of people saying like, well, the world was like this, or when I was a this and this, or back in the day and this and this. The only constant in this universe is change. Everything fucking moves forward. Just because this tree was around when you were young doesn't mean the dodos are extinct. The dinosaurs are extinct. There are birds and bugs and diseases.
The dinosaurs are gone.
Believe it or not. You didn't know?
That's such a lie. I saw them in Jurassic World. Okay, that's a lie. Lies.
This is an American girl. Like, seriously.
I'm sorry.
Like,
I got too close to the spirit of Dum Dum. My bad.
Gotta be careful. Don't wallow in the mud too long. Don't get knee deep.
I
can't get out.
I just be out there breathing that air.
But seriously, and I God, I mean this so sincerely. I swear to God. My God. Time moves forward. The drum is being beaten, but the beat goes on. It's not the same sound. Like, I just wish people would get that. Like, just because back in your day we push, like, I remember playing Kick the Can when I was a kid. I remember Super Nintendo. I remember fucking rollerblading. Whoever remembers that still, that doesn't exist anymore like it used to. I remember.
Hey, the rollerbladers took a while for me because we didn't have that officially when I was in high school.
I had that. We know we don't have that anymore. Gen Z or Gen Alpha, they don't rollerblade no more. Nobody even rolls anymore. I remember the extreme games and all that shit. But like, guys, remember, as the time moves on, things change. Things change, and people are different. They're always different. Time always steps forward, and I really fucking wish people would get that. Like, beyond everything, you can have the things you enjoy, the things you like, the things you want to see, the things you wish to experience, where you want to end up, whatever else. Remember, two things: your children come through you; they're not from you. One, they're your kids, they're not you. And two, the world will always be different. The future your children.
I need you to rephrase that though.
What's that?
Because you're right. The children do come through you, but you need to add a little bit more to that. Your children come painfully, rippingly through you. Go ahead. Yeah. I'm going to get my respect. 18 and a half hour labor, baby.
Children come painfully, rippingly through you. That. But my second point is, they do come rip. Yes, respect mothers, respect women. But at the same time, the future your children will see, you will never know. The world of tomorrow of your children are not your tomorrow. Get over it. Like, the world will change as you get older. You need to fucking adjust. Stop trying to make the world what you remember being when you were a kid. You had your childhood. You had your youth. Grow older. Like, if you don't like what they're doing, then don't fucking watch. This is media. This is entertainment, all right? They're only repeating and regurgitating what the world is saying. And you going against it and being mad and just disrupting the flow of it. So no one can be creative and make good things anymore. Why do we have so many fucking remakes for no damn reason? For that exact reason. Like, we're so big on nostalgia now for this purpose. We don't need to be here.
But I will say, to play devil's advocate, sometimes we have remakes because the original series did not allow people of color.
That's also
Let's
very
be
true.
clear.
That's true.
So,
But then we have
I
movies
mean,
we had like those movies like, that, what was it? Gods of Egypt or some shit. No, I'm not watching
all that. Think about it. Even
that.
on my indigenous side, I mean, do you know how many white people played indigenous people in these shows, TV shows, especially like Westerns? Because indigenous people couldn't even play themselves. And it's the same thing that happened with black actors. So
That damn commercial with the Indian crying over the fucking garbage was played by a fucking Puerto Rican. Yeah, I get it. It is not fair, nor is it nice or kind to people who are native. I have not seen the new Predator movie. No one spoiled it for me. I've never seen it. But I heard they got actual Native Americans to be in that movie. And I need to watch that movie. I've not seen it. I know I can watch for free. I just haven't got around to doing so. But I will watch it. So give me time. But I will do so. But I mean,
and watch Dragon Prince.
I will watch Dragon Prince. I'm sorry. I'll watch the show. Excuse me.
You got to November, man, to catch up. You got 2 whole seasons. Come on.
I got a lot to watch. I've always had a lot to watch. I get to this point I start.
Yeah, but I'm Marco Polo you every day. You watch Dragon Prince yet? You watch Dragon Prince yet?
I'm gonna watch it.
When your baby's born, you know you're gonna be watching anything because you're gonna be half dead.
Yeah,
you don't understand. You think you're gonna sleep.
I'm
Sleep is gone.
entirely non-existent when that happens.
So you might as well get your fun in while you can, because it is baby life now. Latino said the actor in the Native American commercial with the tear was Italian, not Puerto Rican. We had nothing to do with that one. Yeah. Look
was he Italian? He was Italian. I thought he was Puerto Rican. Oh my God. Oh man.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, Latino.
World, I get a lot of auditions for Korean stuff, and I'm not Korean.
Mala mia.
It's so funny because I keep telling these casting directors that I'm not Korean, but they're like, but your last name is Park. And I'm like, the only Korean I have in me is my spouse occasionally. So it's like, my last name is through marriage. And they're like, okay. And then a week later, I get another damn audition in Korean. I'm like, you know what? I just give up at this point. So it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you either.
I give up. My bio and my picture are right here. Literally tells you what I am. I just found out that I have a lot of Bengali, and I told you guys this a while back, and so I am able to try out from Bengali stuff. Authenticity. I've learned in the voiceover world that they won't say you're mixed. They basically name everything that you are. So I'm on a cast list for Nigeria. I'm on a cast list for Indigenous, and I'm on a cast list for Bengali. And apparently, I'm on a cast list for Korean Jett. And there's nothing I can do about it, even though I am not Korean. I don't take them. I do not take these roles. Whenever I get it, I just return to sender because I don't want to take roles from other people.
I'm Creole. I'm Creole by descent. I actually do speak more Creole now. I speak more Creole now. I've been trying to get into that roots of it, and I actually can translate in my head a little bit. It's kind of cool, but I will say this, and this is a true because about ethnicity. When I was at work today, somebody looked at me, and I told him that most of my roots come from Nigeria, and he's from Liberia. He looked at me and he said, "I was gonna say you look Nigerian, but I didn't want to be offensive. I didn't want to assume where you came from." And I was like,
yeah, my dad's mother was Nigerian American.
I was like, wait, word? I was like,
well, how do they just up and say, hey, I want to say you look Nigerian? He could have said anything. You look Jamaican. He could have said anything.
But he thought I was Nigerian. I was like, oh, I look like my people. Okay, cool. That's neat. I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of honored.
Look, at least you get that. At least you get that. I don't get that. That's why, again, I claim all my stuff. I say I'm mixed. I've said that my whole life. I don't subscribe to the Jim Crow one drop rule. It's racist as shit. I'm not going to get anybody else clarity of that. And I think that if you are of mixed descent, especially if you had interracial parents, that you have every right to claim yourself and nobody going to label you. And when they start to label you, like your little group going to have his little ass handed to him when we're done, it is what it is. I have a whole channel on this, people. I have a whole effing mixed genetics channel about this exact conversation. It does not mean you don't love your blackness. It just means you love your other parts too. How hard is this
I'm
shit? I
not
don't
saying you
understand.
don't love your blackness. What I'm saying is that by especially by American standards, black is just black.
Okay, let me explain about American standards. American standards also told me my uterus doesn't belong to me. I don't give a fuck about American standards. I'm
It's
telling
just
you right now.
in the
But me,
world.
look, this is how I classify myself. If I go into a store right now with Groove, are they going to ever come up to me? They're going to treat me as a minority, but they ever going to come up to me and mistreat me because I'm indigenous or black? No. They're not going to know what the hell I am. So because I can't have that specific trauma, I claim all of my shit. And also because genetically speaking, when I go to the doctor, I can't just be tested for one thing. I have to be tested for everything that I am, because the moment they don't test me for skin cancer, because my mother was whole ass white from Scotland and I get sunburn like her, and I have to always be scanned for skin cancer because of her. That just tells you right now, there is a difference. If you're in a crown box and you take a black crown and a white crown and you mix them together, it makes gray. It does not make white. It does not make black. People, please understand this shit. Please understand. I don't give a shit what America says.
That.
I don't give a shit what America says. I get that.
But
so,
since
you already know.
But since Portugal invented race and created racism from race to create the slave trade in the first place, there was a black and white line. And depending on how much black you have in you, after I became an octoroon thing, there was a black and white. So we're talking about black and white. If you have that much black in you, which is half, you're considered black. And it's not saying you're not mixed. It's like me, I'm black, but I'm not just black. I have a lot of other descent.
So again, this is the conversation we're gonna have when I end this broadcast. They're gonna see a horror show. I'm gonna videotape it. My fist is gonna come through your screen, through your glass, into your nose, because again, genetically speaking, I don't care what people classify you as. People cannot classify anything as a damn thing in this country. This is the problem that I have, is that everybody feels the need to tell you shit about yourself. And in reality, it's my whole thing is please stay in your lane. I'm like, just stay in your lane. I know what I am. I'm mixed. Period. My whole life. That's what I want to sound. That's what I call myself. You don't like it, I don't give a shit.
And technical sense, we're mixed. By the way, Latino, I am Louisiana Creole. Mopa Creole or Mosoto Creole Louisiana. Mopa Creole Louisiana. So I'm Louisiana Creole, not Islander Creole. No.
And that's fine. I'm sure. I mean, everybody's mixed, either if it's for nefarious reasons via slavery, or just because your family, like mine, got around. Maybe people in your family got around, slept around, and they were a little hoish, because that's what happened a lot.
It is.
That's how. Because there's no reason I would have Bengali. There's no effing reason why I have so much Bengali in me right now. Whole other freaking continent. So, it's a thing. But at the end of the day, my parents didn't match. Growing up, my direct parents, one of them was not the same ethnicity as the other one. So you mix that together, it is mixed. I really need people to understand that shit, because it is really frustrating for people, especially when you're ambiguous. It is really, because hell, everywhere I go, I got to do a damn bio. I'm like, what are you? What you is? I get that so much. You have no idea how much I get that stuff. In casting directors, do you know when I go out for Nigerian roles, I have to literally ask them if I'm okay? Because I've had a director come out and tell me that image-wise, I will be canceled on Twitter because I don't look Nigerian, and then they don't want to take a risk of being canceled themselves for casting me. That's the reality of that shit. When we try out for roles, we can't try out for white roles or black roles because we're going to be effing canceled, because the biracials and mixed people take all the roles. How many times you heard that shit?
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry. My feelings about that.
The Nigerian thing does come from race and culture. But once again, when we're talking about, like, if you want to claim mixed identity, and that's fine. If you want to claim it as mixed, that's okay. No one, unless you are purely from the area you're from the same people, are pure-blooded. Most of us are entirely mixed. And if we go back even further to whatever form of sapien we came from, as far as, Neanderthal to, Erectus, whatever, we're all mixed with something. That's how we got here as a species. But when it comes to, like, black or white, especially, that argument, which is not even based on science anyway, we're talking about, are you black or are you white? If you claim mix, you're claiming to say I'm neither, but both, and that throws people off. That doesn't mean anything. The black and white argument is exactly what that is, a black and white argument. If you want to
Okay,
claim,
so let me stop. Hold up before you go any further. Number one, I don't understand that. It doesn't mean I'm neither. The definition of mixed does not mean nothing. It means mixing two things together. And number two, my father was mixed. My father's mother was Nigerian. His father was full-blooded indigenous. So, I mean, if we're going to play devil's
Maria,
advocate.
I get that part.
But no, I'm just saying, I hate that conversation because it always makes it feel like I don't love my blackness. It's got nothing to do with that shit.
I'm not saying
real.
I'm not saying I love your blackness at all, Maria.
Real.
My dad.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about in general. Stop.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying in general, this is a conversation. Like the reason I started my other channel, the reason I do collaborations with Victoria on her channel, Victoria Rain, and we there's like a whole movement online is because right now it's bad. It is bad. And I get really in my feelings. I mean, I had a conversation yesterday in the voiceover wrote about this. I'm like, the fact that there's not a mixed category. They're always counting us as monoracials in multiple groups. That is what I don't like because like we are always accused of trying to pass, but yet you're making us do it. And it's just irritating the shit out of me. So that's where I am. So this is my line. I know what I am. I love all parts of myself. I don't give a flying fuck what everybody else says. I'm too old. I'm too past this whole I need to label you to understand you shit. That is not my problem. It's not. I don't care. I really don't care. I know who I am. I'm happy with who I am. There you go. That's what that is. That is my Sagittarius nature, guys. I don't give 5 fucks. I don't. It's a thing. It is a thing. Yeah. That's all I'm saying now. It seems that mixed is an identity in the sense of people who have a common sense of history of civilizationhood and the way black mixed is an identity because nobody allows you to. As a matter of fact, back in slavery days, they would call you mulatto, which is very derogative. And even today, the older generation still calls you mulatto. I've been called one. Don't like racist. It. Don't like it.
But I see what Latino's saying, and that actually makes perfect sense. It does. Because race is not a science, but culture is. No. Like I get what he's I get what he's saying.
Race is not a science, but like I said, people don't know this, but you knew this, Brew. When I was going to the doctor, they were mislabeling me as white, and I had to fight it because they were not testing me for anything that you can get predisposed to when you're black or Native American or indigenous. And so I had a kidney cyst for 3 years that they didn't even know about because I wasn't considered high risk for kidney disease because they didn't realize I was, mixed. That is where the danger of this shit comes from. People don't realize that. So
Maria,
it's a thing.
I almost died from medication overdose because I'm a black man. They overdosed me on a medicine that I was trying to take it. There's no such thing as safe on any spectrum of it. It's like sometimes either they give you if they give you less or they give you too much. But then again, with black people, we don't get medication we need really for painkillers. So like when we're in a whole lot of pain, they basically tell us to get over it. And like here, take this Advil and make it work. Like there's no such thing as a fairness, especially in America where they really
there's not. There's disparity, absolutely the disparity in the healthcare system. But I guess my main issue is when you mislabel me as monoracial on one race, you are eliminating me from being screened on all the other shit that I need to be screened on, and that's problematic. You can ignore me.
On level of medicine, I get that, but the true argument is not about whether or not you are black or mixed racial. The argument is that when it comes to medicine, judge me as a person, as a color. That's the issue.
No, that is true. But there's also a difference in predisposition. Like my mother never had to have as many colonoscopies or kidney checks because she's European.
That's
cool. My dad. So when you're not screening me for stuff because of what my dad's predisposed is, because you don't realize that I'm also that. That is what I'm talking about. Like even when me and River go to the doctor, they see River as Asian, you're Asian, so therefore you don't need to be screened for anything, which is so ignorant. You can't even River can't even get a colonoscopy. It is absolutely disturbing how differently even me and River are treated in the doctor's office, and we have the same doctor.
Like I said, Maria, we're not saying anything different. I'm saying the same you are. I'm just saying the label of race is what fucks it up. If we just had whereas as a person, you have this problem, we have these drugs for you based upon your weight and age and all that other stuff and your height. That's one thing. If they stop judging it by a color differentiation, that's a whole nother thing. We're talking about healthcare racism and social racism. They're not the same. And even then,
Well,
I
for
do agree
me,
with
for
you.
me, all of it's the same. So that's just
Said
I'm just gonna say for me, it's the same thing.
it's the same for us
Like,
too, Maria.
I don't.
Everybody's the same. But I'm saying, like, I wish
I
in the
just do not like. Yeah, I just do not like having other people tell me what I identify as, and that's it.
I get that.
There's nothing to misconstrue about that.
I do get that. But it's like
Uh,
it'd be easy if we didn't have the race thing at all. If Gomez de Zerara
No,
didn't do that,
that's absolutely true. But like I said, I would love, as a mixed person, I would love to have one culture. I get so jealous of people that really are monoracial sometimes. I'm like, yeah, you have the same holidays, you could actually go there and not feel like a damn imposter. That is the difference.
Maria,
I can't do that.
Not one black person in this country as a sin of slavery is monoracial. We look it to some extent. We are not monoracial at all. Hell, Jam and I have very similar skin tones, and we are nowhere near the same as far as descendancy. Like, it just is what it is.
And no one is arguing that point, sweetie. I'm just saying that when you have two parents that do not match in your home with my mother wasn't even American. So like it's a completely a different way of being raised. And looking up being the town spectacle, because when I got here in 1984, oh baby, there were no interracial families around us. So when I went to school, we were a spectacle. When we went anywhere as a family, people stared at us like they never saw us before in their damn lives. And so it does something to you, and it makes you have issues. Like imposter syndrome is a real thing. Let's put it that way. It's a real thing. A lot of people that you will see that are mixed go through it. And a lot of people we're just kind of tired because it's really becoming a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. So I'm just too damn old to give a fuck. I just don't care. I'm being real. I cannot stress to you guys enough how much I don't care what people say and what people think about what I am, who I am, and what I say I am. I don't care. I don't care. You don't pay my rent. You don't pay my bills. You don't do shit for me. I don't care. So you can keep your opinion to your damn self, be hurt over it, hashtag cancel me, whatever you need to do. I don't care. I know what I am. I know what I do. I know Maria. You don't. You are not Maria. Therefore, you have no toe and hand and finger or anything else in this game when it comes to me.
That's a fair argument.
Yeah. There we go. That's what it is. Yeah, we got two real groups. Don't be letting them see our private friendship.
I mean,
this is how we talk to each other when the camera's
it happens.
It
happens sometimes. It happens sometimes.
3 hours in, and you're gonna sit here and try and get let's talk about some serious shit.
I can have the discussion on a whole lot of levels, and people be like, "Whoa, what the hell is going on?" I spend a lot of time, seriously, like my YouTube content is all social, political, philosophical shit. That's all I ever look up is stuff like that. So that's all I'm watching. Like I just got done recently what divestors were. I did not know that was even a thing until recently. I learned where fem cells were like some month ago. That was a thing either. So like all I do is research this kind of stuff. I'm very curious to like.
That is really effing stupid. I'm sorry. I just had to put that out there. That's pain receptors work the same way in every biological creature.
They do. They do.
So
but
stupid.
Doctors don't believe that. If you ever, when it comes to the issue of race, if you ever talk to Jam on a serious level about it, she'll make you cry. Like I'm serious. Like when it comes to darker skinned people and their struggle, it's hard. It's really hard. Even for me. Even for me, it's difficult, like because like, I get bad treatment, but compared to what she has gotten, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, wow. I'm telling you, I've seen it. As somebody who lives in the doctor's office because I have an autoimmune disease, I see a lot of shit. And I'm gonna tell you this: race is actually not the only thing that gets treated like shit. If you have any type of disability, like you have autism, retardation, Down syndrome, you are treated like not even a human effing being in there. I've seen it. I have seen it.
It happens.
And like I said, no one's going to sit here and say that our healthcare system is good. Hell no. Absolutely not. I got misdiagnosed with my disease for 17 years.
Yeah,
so no, I get it. I get it.
And the same rate, Jennifer Walters will never become nothing but She-Hulk because the doctors can't classify it because she's mixed race. She's white and Hulk, and we can't change that. So Jennifer Walters is stuck being a Hulk, and that's just life. And they're gonna give her medicine. She's the Hulk, and she's a human person. She may, get a misdiagnosis or too much medication. They be like, "You got a cold." You're like, "No, I don't," and I'm just drunk. You never know, and that's how this whole thing works. That's a full circle. This is how it works. You're welcome. You see, that's how it works. She-Hulk. Watch it next.
What the hell are you drinking right now? What's in that glass?
Cognac.
What's in that glass?
Actually, which is really rare for me to drink cognac. Honestly, I don't even like cognac.
And banned from drinking cognac in this stream, and any stream we do together going forward, you are not having damn cognac anymore. You hear me? No, sir. No, sir. Anyway,
and I am familiar with Murray Boxkin, but I have not read Abdullah Öcalan. I'll look that up. By the way, I'm gonna type it in my phone right now because I'm familiar.
Yes,
with...
Reddy, I agree with you. The struggle of not being white in America, America, is real when you need help. That was my problem because I dealt with it. I actually had an experience that was effing weird. They were treating me as white. And I was trying to tell them that I wasn't white. I literally spent 2.5 hours going back and forth on the phone with my healthcare providers, freaking nursing staff to get them to update my race in the computer. That is effing stupid.
Damn.
So like I said.
Oh, Öcalan. Okay, so
I think, and my brother has spectrum autism and retardation, and so I got to see how he's treated as well in the doctor's office, and it's a very interesting experience. Let's put it that way, because my brother can't read or write, and he doesn't have a concept of money. He has a concept of anything socially, and so he goes in the office, and they ask him, are you in pain? Blah, blah, blah. All these medical questions you would ask somebody who, understands the process. And he's just saying, or and he has no idea. And they take him at his word. And the problem and danger in that is that he could have all kinds of stuff because me and him, the same parents are predisposed to the same shit. So he needs to be screened just like I need to be screened. And you're just like, all right, have a good day. Here's your lollipop. Send you out the door. So yeah, it's dangerous. It is dangerous across the board. And it sucks.
But so we're gonna end up closing this at this point before we get too deep into the subject. Before we enter the close out, Maria, episodes 1 and 2 of She-Hulk, how do you feel?
I said it earlier. This I know you don't pay attention to me.
I know we're closing out. It's a repeat.
I like the show. I like pretty much the comedy, nonsensical language. I just wish the pacing was a little better. I know they have to rush it, and I really need her clothes thing to be resolved because I cannot suspend my disbelief whatsoever in those moments.
My opinion, because I know people are now in this, they didn't see the early part of it. Besides, yes, Serenity, I am feeling nice.
I'm tired of you guys egging him on. I'm gonna ground you guys.
They like me. They love me. I love them back. I love y'all. Thank you very much. I love y'all. Not like a play cousin. I love y'all. Appreciate it. I like the series so far. It is fun to watch. It is funny to me. I enjoy it. I think we should look past all the wokeism shit they're saying that's in it and whatever. I did not notice about the prison thing or her clothes. And now that I know that's a thing, I'm gonna watch it again and be
her shoes. And her heels, you gotta think about her
heels. I'm gonna watch it and be like, God damn it. It's gonna piss me off now because I didn't notice that. But oh man, all that good stuff. And such. And it was really cool, really it's fun to me. It's fun. It's a fun series. And wait, what? Shut up. You know what, Nicholas, I'm not going to give you too much flack. I just read your story on the side, and I deeply apologize and you are loved, you are appreciated, and I hope you walk through this world where every step you take are flowers. Seriously, it is a hard world out there, and it is shitty. Um, I play a lot and I have a lot of fun, but I do have a lot of serious and I think about things I say. And I do have a lot of opinions and a bizarre amount of knowledge on shit. But I feel for you. If you're in America, I feel even more for you. And I hope that the world that you're living through and how it is working for you gets better, as it hopefully get better for the people and everyone else. It is not fair. It is not fun. It is not kind. It is not nice. It is not decent. It is not paced. And it is definitely not for everyone. And I do hope that in the future, that whatever you may go through, whatever may happen, whatever you may experience, whoever speaks to you, whoever deals with you, whoever diagnoses you, sees you, and even put you in a place where you feel vulnerable, understands you, and is comfortable enough with you and for you, so you can have what you need as you need it when you need it, so you are not alienated, not subjugated, and not designated to be something wrong, bizarre, different, or off kilter enough from to deal with you from the Hippocratic oath to the time they let you go from the hospital, whatever is going on. I really do wish that for you, honestly. And it is terrible that you go through that. And I know that from personal experience. I know that from side experience. I know from people I know, from my friends like Maria, from my wife, to anyone else that deals with that. I know how hard it is not being white and normal and accepted in this fucking country. I get it. I get it. And it's not even a jab to say where people are just entitled to privilege. They got everything in the world. I'm saying it directly to you as a person, human being, experience to experience, not no color, no mental diagnosis, no language barrier, no nothing involved into it. I hope that it all gets better for you and that you will find acceptance and love and happiness in your future endeavors, because it is hard out here. Life is not fair. Life is cruel. Life is oftentimes wrong to you, and only thing symbolizes existence. And I want you to understand that life can be great, and hopefully you will find that joy and laughter in your future. Seriously and honestly, please get better and please always be better. That is my love and perseverance to you, honestly.
Yeah, he was breaking down the groove, preaching, laying down those tracks for you guys, but he meant every word he said.
Yeah, I really do
So
mean that. That's not even me just.
I got to tell you, the fact that you just told me you live in South Carolina, I'm already going to say sorry,
Oh,
Nicholas.
South Carolina,
I'm
Jesus
going to say sorry.
Christ! I will say
I
move
understand
to
now.
Raleigh, go to North Carolina, get out of South Carolina.
South Carolina is not a place I would want to be.
Poor
Yeah, I
baby.
agree with what Groove says. I'm gonna tell you a survival tip that goes, basically that ranges for anything that you are. I don't care if you have mental health issues, if you're LGBTQ plus, if you're a woman, if you're, somebody who's questioning anything in life, ethnicity wise, nationality, whatever. There are two types of people in this world. There are really sweet, open individuals who literally give a fuck. And then there are people that are unhappy in their lives. And so they make it their mission to take a shit on you, which makes them essentially turds. And you know what you do with them? You flush their ass. That's what you do. Short and sweet. To flush or not to flush? That is the motherfucking question. And that's what I do with individuals that I meet. I give everybody a fair chance to stay out of the commode. If you choose to be in that situation, I know how to flush you. And I'm not using Drano, bitches. So that's how it feels when you need to put things in perspective. All right. 3 hours, Groove. What your wife's gonna say.
She's gonna make me owe her money. Clearly.
You owe her money. She said, I bet you this stream is gonna be 2 hours. No, she's technically wrong. It's 3, but she did say over 2 hours.
I'm going to owe her money. I didn't bet her. I didn't bet her, but I'm going to buy her something regardless. Our anniversary's coming up. She'll get something nice.
You have to buy her something. But you know what, Group? I blame you. I blame you completely.
You blame me? It probably is my fault. I'm not going to lie. I will say this.
It is.
Just to announce some stuff that was in the chat. So we can do this nerd news thing if you like.
Yeah.
So yes, It's a thing we can do.
But when the baby comes, though,
When the baby comes, it'll be a little more complicated. But once again,
it's
like I
gonna be
said,
harder because you're not gonna be alive. You may not like a zombie movie, but you sure as hell are gonna be a zombie.
I know.
So
I've been warned.
you already
I know it's happening.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, but we'll do the best we can. Do the best we can. It's my fault. Damn my great conversation skills. I can't damn that. Gift of gab is a beautiful thing. It's a gift. But
I need a show of hands. How many of you in this thing are in love with Groove right now?
don't be shy.
Please put that in the comment section.
Don't be shy.
I'm seeing a pattern here, and it's cracking me the hell up right now.
Don't be shy. We are still going to review She-Hulk. Honestly, this I feel like if She-Hulk wasn't attacked the way it was for being as the show was, we wouldn't have gone to this topic in the first place. But since there are assholes in the universe, especially on the internet, that choose to attack everything for no reason, then I'm just like, okay, shut the hell up. Calm down. That's enough of that nonsense.
What? The internet attack things for no reason? What?
I'm so serious.
Look, it's time to go because you see, I'm married, and so it's Friday night, and Friday night means things. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it a little rated in here. But it's already 10:44, so girls gotta go. I want to stay married. I need to leave. So yeah.
Serenity Nicholas, thank you. I appreciate it. Yes.
So these are the show of hands here.
So far.
Like, just nasty.
I like it though. I like it.
Don't be egging him on. Do not be egging him on. So I'm going to go because number one, I have too much damn hair and it's actually starting to like have issues. And number two, I want to see my spouse. Well, I'm serious. My hair is so damn long now. It's crazy. And as much as I want to kick your ass later, I can't. I don't even have time to beat your ass. You know, that's one of my favorite pastimes. I need to go. Because I'm serious. My spouse is like hot. I got to go.
Hey, I get it.
I love that my arrows enhance both of your nights. Sure, it's going to get enhanced. So thank you, appreciate you. We're being a little real right now, but we 3 hours in. This is when the realness really comes out. So it's time. We love you. You don't got to go home, but you can't stay here.
And I am planning on doing. Thank you, Terrell. I am planning on doing a
podcast.
Yeah, I do have a podcast coming out. I'll let you know about that later on. I'm working on that now. I am planning on
as soon as I have the address or whatever, I'll post it in my videos for you.
I am planning on doing a Sandman review. I gotta watch episode 11 now. There's a new episode out, and I'll watch that and do a
That's the bonus episode, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna put that in it. And if you do want to contact me, seriously, I'm not even on any play cousin thing. I'm being serious. No black nerd comedy thing. Jett.groove. You type in Jett Groove, you'll find me anywhere. Go to Instagram, type in Jett.groove.
You're on TikTok too, right?
I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. Find me. If you have questions, ask, and I will definitely talk to you. I'm not being funny, I'm very serious. And we can have these discussions. You can have some words to say. And any words I give you, it's pretty much what I have.
It's how long it's gotten. That's what the pandemic does. You don't cut your hair. Just girls like we.
That's funny. But no, if you have any questions for real, and any advice that I give you, you have full permission to use it. Even if you want to use your own words, I don't care. It's for you. Whatever I tell you is for you. So talk to me. Seriously. And I am here for that. I'm not kidding. I do like to help people. That is as part of the reason why I'm on this planet. I'm not being funny. So yeah. You want to find me?
He does. He's very helpful to people. He just likes to torture me. There's a difference.
I've helped Maria for so long. She's being funny.
He loves to torture me.
No, I don't. No, I do not.
14 years of
Maria, I've known you since like 2006. Stop playing. I've helped you forever.
Torture. TORTURE.
Whatever. Maria loves me. She knows I love her. She needs to stop all that playing.
I do. You always look. You always hurt the ones you love, man. Anyway, all the things he said, I agree with. And I'm also adding on the heavenly toilet of flush. If you need to flush a motherfucker, I got your ass. I got you. We'll flush them together. All right, guys. I'm going. I love you. Thank you for being in the stream, hanging out with us for this long, which is amazing. But we out. There's some videos coming up. Of course, I'm gonna have my Ruby. If you're watching that Ice Queendom new episode video on Sunday. I have my Orville video either tomorrow or Sunday as well. The interview I did with Claire's actress and Isaac's actor on tomorrow or Sunday. And then I'm actually going to be on somebody's Twitch channel tomorrow night. So I will have to post that when I figure out all the details on that. I've never been on a Twitch channel, but I'm going to be on his Twitch channel tomorrow. So yay. All right, guys. If it is night for you, have a good night. If it is day for you, have a good day. And until the next time in our next videos or streams, we will see you. Bye, guys.